Could it?
Yeah,
Could it?
Yeah, there's a strain of COVID where you just get horrible diarrhea.
Uh-oh.
Oh, jeez.
Where did Phoenix go? Phoenix is not
Yeah,
there.
Phoenix's camera is
I'm here.
vanished.
I'm just
The
launching, so.
Oh,
camera
He's put himself. He's turned
just
himself off.
he's munching outside of camera. But the ASMR, Phoenix, the ASMR.
We have to pay for that.
You can still
guys.
listen to me chew if you want, but it's not very attractive.
That's okay.
It is morning. I'm proud of you. Thank you, Hoku. Good morning. I haven't slept.
Yeah, you definitely slept.
She stayed up all night excited for D&D.
I
Like the night
got
before school.
exactly 4 hours of sleep. It's fine.
Service. Let's... No, she's taking roleplay to a whole nother level. That's the exact amount of sleep that Luna got.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm taking roleplay. I am RPing +1 RP, +1 RP,
Yep.
+2. I'm gonna be just the right amount of grumpy that I need to be for this character.
No.
Girl, I got coffee. It's fine. Yeah, Hoku Mama is coming out. Uh-oh. Rutro. Rutro. I'm in trouble now. Axel,
Alright, so
save me.
let's get started. Last we left off, Vaughn was standing right there at the edge of this bridge before his shadows reached out, wrapped around his body, and pulled him in, vanishing him from sight, leaving behind just his mask. And that card
yes.
sitting in it.
Fucking mask and card, yes.
You take a look around you, and you notice you're standing upon a bridge, a very old-looking, worn-down stone bridge. On either side of you, the bridge cuts off, collapsed under its own weight. You look around, the ground below you doesn't seem too far away, maybe a 50-foot drop.
Oh.
The stones are worn down and smooth, but there's enough ridges to them that you feel confident that you could climb down without an issue.
I have wings.
You also have wings.
Height? What is that? I don't know what that is. I'm gonna fly down.
Okay.
How far did you say the drop is?
About 50 feet.
About 50 feet. Well, what I could do is take 2 trips and bring each of you down if you don't have a way to get down. I can carry.
I mean, I have
No.
I have a
can make
rope,
that.
I think.
You have a rope?
I think I can make that.
Alright. Del. No. I'm gonna
No, it's fine,
scoop
I'm
her
a
up.
bard.
I'm gonna
Fine, I'm a
scoop her up
bard.
princess style.
No, it's fine. I'm a bard.
As the three of you are looking over the bridge and figuring out a way down, I'd like you guys to all roll me perception checks, please.
Yeah, by the way, my perception check, I remember, was so low that I didn't even realize Vaughn was there. So, receiving like nothing.
Right.
That's true.
Right. Perception. Let me see how that does today. Yes. I'm continuing to get pretty good rolls with Luna. It's a shocker, really.
This is starting to look like it's not going to be another good day for me.
Uh-oh.
11's not terrible.
11's not bad. That's pretty in the middle, actually.
Luna and Fenric, the two of you, as you're sort of figuring out how to get down, you do see a sight off in the distance. You see a little floating balloon. You realize it's quite far away. And you see underneath it, there's a wicker basket. There's a few people in that wicker basket.
Oh.
It's a good distance away, but the
Oh.
balloon is leaking gas.
Oh.
It's made
don't
of
like how
patchwork
that
material,
looks.
and as it sort of floats on by, you realize it's a lot bigger than you thought. It spins out of control, and the wicker basket underneath swings wildly. Eventually drops, plunging out of sight, disappearing into the fog approximately a mile away. And that's when you sort of, all three of you look around you. You notice you're in a swamp-like area. There is fog shrouding every corner in all directions. And up from its murk wafts the smell of rotting plants. You also hear the music of nature, a discordant symphony of croaking frogs, singing birds. It's oddly calming in a very bleak sort of way.
My. I'm not quite sure what to do. I mean, we just saw Vaughn vanish before our eyes. I think we should... He was, yeah.
Oh.
Something took him. Something sinister, I think. I reckon.
Something sinister.
Something sinister, I reckon.
Sinister lurks this way.
Sinister, I do declare.
I do declare. St. Clair.
Follow my mustache. Jeez, a sweet tea while I ponder these thoughts.
I do reckon I'm a little western today. Maybe a lot.
It's okay.
Let me roll for my charisma. How much do my charisma?
Today?
It's only 11.
That's not the worst. Alright, so you guys want to try and climb down, or maybe grab some rope and...
I'll just
Yeah, I'm
go
scooping up Dell.
down. No, it's okay.
No, I'm doing it.
No, you don't.
No. You don't
Doing it.
understand. Luna wants to assert her dominance.
Then, Luna, I need you to make me athletics check.
Yes. Where? There. No.
You lift up
Heavy.
Dell, and as you start fluttering down, it's not that she's heavy, it's that you're not used to carrying two people while flying.
You're also armored.
I need the both of you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I never agreed to this.
You did
Alright,
better than I did.
Luna is unable, or your wings sort of give out, kind of like if you're lifting too much, your muscles giving out, and you sort of descend rapidly for the rest of the 20 feet. You take 2d6 fall damage.
Uh-oh. Okay,
For
that's
5
not too
damage.
bad. 5 is it's not horrible. It's not
Dell,
horrendous.
you're able to catch yourself on a vine and climb the rest of the way down. without an issue.
Nice.
Fenric, are you simply climbing down, maybe with your rope or any other gear you have?
Yeah, I'll just use the rope to.
All right. If you have rope and vines, then give me an athletics check on advantage.
Okay.
Nuki, happy 1 year.
You're able to climb down without an issue.
Heyo.
And you guys see Luna sort of like get like a cartoon style sticking half out of the boggy mud. One wing like twitching behind and her legs like up in the air.
I told
You
you
guys have
I
to-
was flying.
I gave it my best shot, I promise.
You guys have to dig her out a little bit.
Yeah,
As
I'm
you're
a little
digging
muddy.
her out, a sticky mud squelches beneath your feet.
Ugh,
There are tangled
gross.
mangroves growing out of pools of rippling water, half hidden by the thick fog, and purple mushrooms clinging to rotting logs and stumps scattered throughout the marsh. There are crickets that glow like fireflies, and you can see frogs occasionally chirping and snagging those delicious bugs. Now you are on ground level.
I would warn
Coming
you should
from one-
exercise caution in this swamp.
I think everything's radioactive.
You never know when you're gonna step and fall into a hole that you didn't realize was there.
I've already stepped into something I didn't realize was there, but sure.
Ground?
Precisely. Let's not repeat that.
Now,
Yeah, I
coming from
suppose.
one direction, all of you can hear a marching song. The singing grows louder, as you hear maybe 6, 7 people, 6, 7 voices chanting this marching song. Alright, I rehearsed this. Sticks and stones will break your nose. Sticks and stones will break your nose. Beat you blind and steal your clothes. Beat you blind and steal your clothes. None can compare. None can compare. One wily, one swift, stand up hair.
I'm sorry to laugh, but Papa, you should look behind you a little.
What? Oh.
Was there while you were singing? He was like, "What the fuck is going on?" He had the most "what the fuck" expression. Oh, I hope that when you watch this back later, you get to see his expression. It was so good.
We'll do a zoom in on that.
Oh, poor Frodo.
You see. 6 Harengon.
Bunny people.
Yes, rabbit folk. Now, you have some time before they notice you. What would you like to do?
Y'all, I think we should hide. We don't know these people.
That song.
That song seems a little sus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Amongst us, you know.
I'm out.
Oh, she pulling the invisibility spell. Hold up, what do I have? I have spells. Hold up. See invisibility. I'm just kidding. I'm so.
I think you want to do. I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, you know, you could go invisible, and then I could just dispel. I'm just kidding. I would never. I could never. I have an idea.
Alright, I'm back.
It's not a good idea, but it's an idea.
Okay.
Please don't dispel my magic.
No. I could cast blindness, deafness on them, and then we run away.
How many people can you target with that? Because there's 6 of them.
Oh no, let me read it. One creature! Damn it! Never mind.
What about the other 5?
Yeah, what about the other 5?
So, are they like? I mean, because we're down here in this swamp. Are they like up high, or can we?
They're
tell
in
where
the
they're
swamp
coming
as
from?
they're in the swamp as well. They're
They
somewhat
are.
obscured by the fog.
Okay.
So you can certainly hide, but they're heading in your direction. So unless you do hide, they're gonna spot you eventually.
Would love to hide. I think hiding is a wonderful thing.
All right,
tall is
give
this
me
tree
a
right here?
stealth roll, please.
I'm
The tree is about 20 feet tall.
I'm gonna give myself
I would
a
like
very
to climb the tree.
quiet guidance.
Can I climb onto the side of the the bridge that we just?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Assume that's the bridge is still there, like the pillars. and
Okay.
whatnot.
Alright,
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna hide by the pillars.
I'm gonna climb fairly high up on it then.
Okay. I'm a cleric, so click clank, loud armor.
Okay. So Fenric, you're climbing up the tree and hiding in it.
Right.
I will say give me a stealth roll. Luna, give me a stealth roll. You can add your guidance to it. Del, give me a stealth roll on advantage.
Is there
Hi,
also a way I
poison.
could, maybe use
Hi,
like, a mage
Bambi.
hand to move the mud around to disguise our footprints.
Ooh, that would be a good
you can
move.
certainly do that. Yeah.
I think we should. I think
Yes,
we should. Disguising footprints seems like smart idea. Just came
Alright.
into click clank. Oh yeah, hold up.
What's your stealth roll, Angel?
Not gonna be good, but let me see.
Can you roll it?
Yes, and then add
Add your
what was it?
Your guidance is a D4.
Is a D4.
Yep.
13.
One is better than none.
All right.
It's true.
so-
Click, clink, click, clink.
The 6 of these Herringons make their way through the swamp. Fenric and Del, both of you are perfectly hidden and still. Luna, seeing Del try to climb up or noticing the movement of the rocks, she's like, oh, that's a good idea. You climb up the bridge, but forgetting that you're not great at climbing. You fall down into the dirt, and the Herringon do spot you.
Thick.
They move around and surround you. You see that they also have a giant snail as a pack animal. You say, Del, you're about 20 feet off the ground. Fenric, you're also about 20 feet off the ground. One of the Herringon steps forward. He appears to be their leader, of sorts. And all of them pull out clubs. He says, this is a robbery. If you resist, we'll beat you black and blue.
Why, hello there, strangers. You know, robbing me doesn't seem like a good thing to do. I don't have a whole...
You're immediately casting Shatter?
Yes, indeed.
Alright, give me the point upon which you're centering it.
I need to
There's a way that
give
I can
Poison back his points because I messed up the thing. God damn it.
What you...
He banned the word I, and I said I. That's such a hard one not to say!
I would say... Why you be like that and gotta ban words during D&D, man? That's not
Yeah! What Papa said.
You get 3 of them, which is pretty good in my opinion.
Oh, now he's
Oh, do it,
evilly
like, right
laughing. Ooh.
Yeah.
That's a good amount.
Ooh, that.
Oh, so we going right into battle. Let's go.
Ooh,
Ooh.
that is
Ooh.
Roll me
Ooh.
the damage for Shatter, and we'll then everyone roll for initiative. I'll say,
Yay!
Fenric, you get a surprise round as well because you're also hidden. So if you want to do something before combat starts, you can.
Where are my channel points? Eventually, I'm gonna figure out where it is. Oh, there it is.
Is it like an attack? Excuse me, like an attack or something in general?
Anything you want to do, your choice.
Okay.
You basically get a free action and movement before combat starts because you're hidden.
Can I use my rope to like lasso this guy right here and like sort of tie him and string him up to the tree?
Absolutely. Do you want to do that
Ooh.
before he gets shattered or after? Like you, I would say you would see. Oh, actually, Del's invisible.
I would say. Yeah, I mean, I would say if like not trying to meta game, but like after it goes off, and
Sure.
see that as a golden opportunity to, you know.
Yeah, that would
Swing
make
over
more
there,
sense, anyways, because like you'll see the shatter go off. You'll be like, oh, okay, someone did
Right.
that. Let's lasso. So
Right.
with a lasso, since you've got the rope, I'll say roll me a survival check.
Okay.
On advantage because you're hidden, and then
Okay.
after that, let's all roll initiative here.
Yay!
Also, was that your wife coughing in the background?
No.
Okay, I heard coughing from
not mine,
somewhere and I
at
wasn't sure. Could be. I was gonna
I know she
say,
was
give
hacking
her
it
my
last night.
condolences. Yeah. Okay, let me... I gotta... Oh shit. Select...
Select. Oh, there we go. Alright, I'm in.
God damn, some of them are fast.
Yeah, one up at the top is like, hello.
I know, right?
Wait, so it's centered right on this guy, right?
Mhm.
In that case, could I have casted it from my sword?
Ooh.
Yes. It would still end invisibility, though.
Yes, because it's still an attack, but it just makes it so I don't burn another spell slot.
Noise.
Fair.
Alright, let me roll their saves for the first. That's going to be a... Shatter is a con save. Okay, so... 2 of them... Actually, only one of them succeeds with the DC 16. Aiko,
Yes.
can you check Discord DMs for a sec? Just need to confirm one thing with you. Okay, so in that case, this guy, 15 damage, divided by 2. Oh, no, he's not dead. Sorry. He's still alive. The rest of them, describe how the shatter destroys these rabbits.
Oh my god.
1 second.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Fenric, I will allow you to change your target or use a different action if you prefer.
Yeah, I'd say let's use it on this guy then.
Okay. I'll keep that same 18 roll because that will be enough. He will be bound and dragged up to the tree. Cool. This guy will go first then during combat.
Alright, I'm back. So there's a loud sound and they all get blown to pieces. Little bits and pieces of their bodies scattered throughout the forest floor as it all just turns into blood, gore, and viscera.
Yummy.
Delicious. Instant mincemeat or mince rabbit.
Instant minced rabbit. Oh.
So, this Harangon sees 3 of his allies utterly destroyed and their leader captured. He immediately drops all of his weapons and runs. He is going to get an attack of opportunity from Del if you wish to attack.
Let's go.
I don't think I would. I'm still 20 feet up in the air.
Oh, that's right. That's true. Okay. So, he's going to run. He's going to dash. He's going to... Yeah, he's going to be able to get off map. So he's going to run this way. Vanish into the...
He also has the
fog.
hop ability, which would
Yeah.
make it so.
Luna, your turn.
Yeah. Okay, that guy's gone. So I'm gonna start smacking. I'm gonna go up to this dude, and I'm gonna start smacking him, and I'm gonna be like, "So y'all wanted to steal some stuff, eh?" Smack. Does a 20 hit?
A 20 hits lethal or non-lethal?
Lethal.
Alright, well, describe how you kill him.
Oh! Well, I'm very intimidating. Abrasively so. Yeah, exactly. I walked up to him, was like, y'all wanted to steal something. And then I just kind of take my sword and slowly push it into his torso until I see the life drain from his eyes.
He looks up at you as you're murdering him. Just... and he chokes on his own blood and dies. And we'll
Good.
end combat there because this guy's incapacitated.
Let me steal these people's things they wanted to steal. I will steal their things.
Oh boy. Okay, so on each of them you find clubs. And let's see here. On their leader, you find a gourd with a golden stopper.
Ooh. A gourd with a golden stopper. I'm gonna put that in my bag.
Can I look over at the other side of the bridge?
Yeah. So they have their giant snail, which is still just sitting around, not doing a whole lot. It's got like a harness and what's the thing that horses have? Like a bridle?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? Yeah, it's got one of those attached, and you can see on the back there's a couple pouches filled with rations, some weapons, spears and arrows, as well as 2 longbows. You can find 5 spears and 10 arrows.
Can I try to lead it over around the corner?
Yep, when you take hold of the bridle, it sort of just follows along. It's not very aggressive or anything.
Now for my second coffee.
You know what? Here, I'm going to give you control of the giant snail token.
Ooh!
He's
We have a new friend.
You have a friend! Steal their snail.
All of you guys should be able to move around the giant snail. So I'll just let you guys decide who gets to control it. But
Oh yeah, I can. Oh my god, there's a thing that
2
came
of you
up
try
for
to drag
it
it
too.
at once, it kind of just goes a little crazy. So
Oh, okay. Yeah,
better
no
let
worries.
one person do it. But
I will let Dell be in charge of the snail.
That's what I found.
Yeah, I like that idea. Ooh, very nice.
Looks like y'all got a friend there.
All
right.
you can have him. I'm sorry.
Alright, bucko. What you got?
Not a whole lot. We don't. What do you want? We're sorry. You beat us.
Yeah, anything
let
worth
me
a
go.
value.
I mean, everything worth of value is in the gourd.
What's in the gourd?
Memories.
Huh?
That's what we steal.
Y'all steal memories?
Yes.
Why? Question
That
mark?
has more value than gold. It's what the witch demands. Memories of delights, memories of joy. If you touch the gourd, if you touch the stopper willingly, it takes your most joyous memories and stores it in there.
The witch.
Yeah, who's this witch person?
Well, we call her the Straw Hag. I don't know her real name, but she owns this place. Please, I beg of you, show mercy to me. We did not intend to cause you too much harm. I mean, look, we weren't just using clubs. We were going to just beat you up if you didn't give us what we wanted. We didn't want to kill anyone.
You never saw us. We didn't
I don't know who
exist.
you are. I've never seen any of you.
And if I see you again, I'm gonna slit your tendons.
You know, I don't think we should let him go. I think it'd be kind of fun if we had him around. I mean,
Oh God.
But we don't trust him.
We could
Or at
use
least
a
I
tour
don't.
guide for this
Mhm.
unknown land that we
Exactly.
found ourselves in.
we don't even have a map.
Do you reckon the snail knows how to get around?
I don't know. Rabbit, does the snail know how to get around?
The snail knows what the snail knows, that they're not terribly clever. They sort of just go wherever you drag them, and if you take off the bridle, it just goes and
They
eats things.
slither.
And sleeps.
We know it's edible.
What's edible for us, or what's edible for the snail, is not always edible for us.
Well, yes, that's exactly what I mean. Do you?
What's edible for you? I don't know. We eat a lot of mushrooms, and sometimes they're edible, sometimes they're more fun.
We could have him be a guinea pig. We could just feed him things that we aren't sure edible. And if he dies, we know how not to eat them.
I like it.
That's not a bad solution, honestly.
Could serve a variety of roles. Tour guide, taste tester.
Hey, I thought I was your guys' tour guide. Well, in the other plane, I guess.
I was gonna say, are you familiar with this plane?
You guys are explaining the
Choose your words wisely.
Well, you're not from this world?
No.
I look
We
like
just
I am?
arrived here.
It wouldn't really be an insight check.
All right. All right, all right, all right.
At my best.
Bam. The best around. Nothing's ever let me down.
So, Luna and Dell. The Harengon appears far more hopeful now, as if you just gave him some good news.
I'm assuming that you aren't from around here either, but
No, we're from here, but well, are you here to slay the hags?
I'm not a big fan of hags.
Are we here?
We're here to
We're-
rescue some friends of ours from hags, and if we can take them out at the same time, that would
Yes.
be most
Wow.
agreeable for us.
We're also
Well, if
here
you
to investigate.
Rescue your friends? Yes, if you're rescuing your friends, then you probably need to slay the hags first.
First.
You should meet our leader, Agden Longscarf. He
There are
is-
more of you.
Yes, a whole
I mean, they're
camp.
rabbits. I'm not surprised that there's more of them.
Whole camp of taste testers.
Okay.
You see, our people, the witch has taken control of our people. We serve under her iron fist. And Agden, well, he hates it, but he knows it's the only way for us to survive.
So doesn't that immediately make you less trustworthy if
Yeah, I was gonna say.
you're sworn to allegiance to the witch?
The hag.
We're
How do you
sworn
get
to provide her with tithes and fealty, but none of us like her. And should you wish to remove her, maybe we can provide some more subtle assistance.
Can I use my medallion of thoughts to cast the detect thoughts?
Ooh, yes. Give me.
Please.
Insight check.
Actually, no.
Yeah, I
insight
want
check. This will-
to. I want to insight check this
So,
guy.
Fenric, when you use your medallion of thought, you get a pretty clear image. This Harengon has lost many children to the hags. When the tithes, when the taxes she collects are not enough, she takes their children.
Oh damn! She charges taxes.
There is, well, the memories. These guys roaming around stealing
right,
people's
right.
memories. That is what they have to give her. But when
Truly
that is not
lawless
enough-
society here.
Absolutely. So there is a deep-seated hatred for the hags.
Okay.
This is more of
Well-
a desperation thing, not a we're doing this for fun type of thing.
Thirsty,
Mhm.
drink.
Okay.
Water, drink. Wake up, drink. Fill up, drink.
He's telling the truth.
Work out, drink.
Unfortunately,
Sweat
these
off, drink.
creatures are
Hydrate, drink.
subject to the hags taking their offspring if they cannot provide these memories that he mentioned earlier from the gourd. So perhaps we should take him up on his offer. Seems to me we could use all the allies we could get here in this new land where we know absolutely no one.
You guys have maps here?
We don't. We're all sort of born with a knowledge of the lands, but there is a place where you could potentially find something of that sort. I can lead you there. I'll say with the insight checks you two rolled, he does seem to be telling the truth.
Right.
Alright.
If you'll cut me down from this tree, I would be glad to lead the way.
I still think we should keep his hands tied at least. Well, actually, you know what? We could untie him. I have an idea. I'm gonna activate my what is it called? Ties that bind? Yes.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to tie him with one of the colored stringies.
All right. Strands of Fate. You see from your end, going from you to him, a deeply blue string.
Oh. I need to double check the string thing. Hold on.
It's right here.
Oh, thank you.
I had to open it first as well because I didn't know.
It's always I forget what it is, but anyways, okay. The blue makes sense. All right, cool. I'm gonna leave that off somewhere so I can look at that later. Uh-oh. Screen, stop freaking out. There we go. Well then. This'll keep us, connected. If you decide to run off on us or do anything with slight suspicion, well, you're gonna see some heads go flying.
I understand. What are your names?
What's your name?
Jebek.
We'll call you
Jebik.
Jeb.
Jeb.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna call him Jeb too.
Jeb Bush.
Ah!
No, it's just Jeb.
Well, my name is Luna. Well, Mara Luna. Luna for short. And these two here are
I'm Del.
Fenric.
Pleasure to meet you. I'm assuming you guys cut him down.
yeah.
Alright.
He's attached to me by funky string magic, so
Yeah, he immediately takes out the club that he has and just hands it off to one of you or drops it, whichever works.
He takes out the club.
immediately
He's
takes out
disarming
the
himself.
club.
He's like, no, you guys take it. I don't need it.
Thanks,
Don't want
homie.
Do you mind if I ride the snail?
Yeah, I suppose. Why not?
Alright, he hops on the snail.
Can
takes the bridle.
stay up there. And I don't know. Maybe Dell wants to get up there too.
Sure.
And,
Before we get too far off, did anyone happen to notice the very large balloon that soared overhead and seemingly probably crashed and not that far away from us?
I did kind of see that. Yeah, there were some people hanging from the balloon.
Oh. Swamp gas balloons. Well, my people don't use them, but other travelers around here do. If one crashed, well, best of luck to them.
Would it be travelers that might be in need of our assistance?
Maybe we could go loot them if they're dead.
Ooh, that's a good idea. I'm
Perhaps.
down.
Perhaps.
I would like
Let's investigate.
to loot.
Well, I can either lead you there, or I don't know where the balloon crash was, so I won't be of any help there.
Did we get kind of a general direction of where it was?
Yep, you have the direction
Okay.
and the approximate distance.
Okay.
If you describe that to Jeb, he might be able to help you out. If you share that information with him.
Describe. Share.
I see. Well,
Effective.
it is the same direction. I was going to take you to the inn at the end of the road, a place for all travelers of sorts. And we can stop there first and continue along our way if you wish.
Lead on.
So, Jeb and the snail leads your party onwards.
All right.
Let me find-
Onward.
Onwards and forwards. Yes. Aha! Sorry, the coffee's starting to kick in now.
No, that's good. That's good.
I appreciate a coffee kicking in.
We do.
Yes, I'm a little bit more awake-ish, which is
We
nice.
appreciate friends who are more caffeinated.
Caffeinate me!
So, you arrive at a rather large and impressive inn in the middle of a very deep bog. But as you step out into the water, you're surprised by your ability to walk on this water. You're not sinking in.
Oh my god, I'm Jeebus.
This is the inn at the end of the road. You can see at the bottom of this structure there are multitudes of legs of various sizes walking along the water, helping the structure move.
That's a little sus. It might be my experience with hags in the past, but I think that might be a hag's house, just thinking about it. It's that or it's something else. Also, oh my god, 2 nat 1s in a row.
Yikes. What
My poor chat. So, just a little side note here. Nuki came in and did a sub, because 1 year, hooray. Got a nat 20 immediately after, and then after
Nice.
that, immediately a nat 1.
That sounds like Nuki.
Yeah, and now Ruby's gotten the nat 1. No, my poor chat.
So you arrive at the inn, and you're at the front door. Do you guys head straight in? Do you guys look around a bit? What do you guys want to do?
I'll head straight in.
All right.
Sure.
Ooh.
You open up the front door. Inside, you're met with an elderly old woman sitting at the front desk, and you see she's got a nice, Ruby. You see that she's got a black cat sitting on the counter.
Aw, Key.
She looks up. She says, "Oh, welcome. Come in. Oh, apologies. That seems your large mounted companion will not be able to enter, but the little one can." And Jeb sort of steps in. He's like, I'll just tie up the snail and meet you guys in there."
I'd like to watch him tie up the snail.
You see him tie up the snail around the corner, and then he hops his way back.
Good. I'm keeping an eye on him. Cautiously.
Alright, well,
Welcome, welcome. My name is Sue, and this is the inn at the end of the road. Please, come in.
Pardon me if I'm maybe being a little too forward, but, are you a hag?
I'd like
I
to step on
perform.
her toe.
Well, she was still gonna ask it, so I know of the word hag, and I understand my appearance and home may give off that impression, but to say yes would be too simple of an answer. To say no would be somewhat inaccurate. I will tell you this. Under this roof, no harm will come to you as long as I live.
Alright. Well, then, I can deal with those kinds of services. Oh, well, you have a very nice smile, at least. Also,
Fingers.
yeah, that too, but, what's your smoking policy?
Oh, by open windows and not in the library, please.
All right, perfect. I'm gonna step outside and get a smoking.
Sure.
I needed one since a while ago.
How many do you have left?
I don't
6,
know.
something like
I
that?
think
We rolled it. It was 8.
we rolled. It was 8.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have. But I said if I cut them in half, will I have like more? So
Yeah, they're unfiltered, so you could. You can.
I cut them in
smaller
half. So I have about. Oh shit.
16.
16. So 15 now.
Perfect.
But welcome. We have hot meals, beds, and should you need a place to just sit and relax, I will have my staff take care of you. And she claps a hand, and the door to your south opens. You see this rather raggedy-looking man who is, clean and bathed, but his hair is very long and shaggy. And Fenric, I'll say, give me a history check on advantage.
Ooh.
Hey.
Past the hair and the beard, you take a double take and you're like, wait a minute. Is that Ernest? And if you recall, Ernest was the monkey who had accidentally swapped minds. Well, he was the man who swapped minds with the monkey, and then the monkey mind in his human body ran off somewhere and couldn't be found.
Yes, the one who was on the Calliope, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
And this man sort of walks through. He's like, ooh, ooh.
Oh, no.
Please see to these guests. And immediately he takes Jeb by the shoulder and drags him, and he's like, ooh, ooh, and sits Jeb down in a little seat here. And then you see Ernest, or whatever he goes by now, sort of indicate towards this lounge/library area. It's like, ooh, 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 ooh.
Well, it's become
Luna's
clear
just
what happened
got,
to my dear
like-
friend Ernest.
Yeah.
My dog does not like the monkey sounds.
No, your dog does not like the monkey sounds at all.
Bro's a monkeyist.
Alright, let me go grab. I'll be right back.
No worries. I think Luna just has oh my god. Luna's just got the most weirdest expression going on right now. She's like, what the fuck is going on here?
Do you recall my friend who was in monkey form but could speak human on the Calliope back at the carnival?
I do recall that. I also recall that we couldn't quite figure out where his body went. I'm guessing this is him.
Yeah, and I point over at him. There's your solution to your answer.
Do you reckon we could... I don't know. I guess he's kind of safer here, but maybe if we could take him back with us at the end of all this, possibly swap him back out?
Yeah, or at least find out what caused the swap in the first place.
I could try
recall-
dispel magic.
So the two of you recall Ernest's story. He was drunk and gambling with a leprechaun.
Well, that doesn't help. Was his name Rumpelstiltskin?
Then he would have been asleep, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Well, what's there I'm gonna walk up to this hag lady and kind of...
So,
You got anything to drink?
of course, yes. And she claps her hand again, and you hear scurrying come from the room, or the door here.
Scurrying?
Yeah.
I'm not... Is it a good scurrying, or is it
Yes,
a
they're very
scurrying where
quick
I'm just
movements.
like,
You
oh
see-
no?
You see a kenku.
Oh.
Dressed in a little sort of maid outfit. And she walks up, she's like, order up, order up, order up. This is order up, she'll take your order.
Her name is Order Up?
It's the only thing she says.
Oh.
Look like?
So-
What does she look like?
I need to find an art thing. I just pulled a Kenku token.
This Kanku is weird.
You're different from other Kankus I've met.
Yes.
Order up.
Yeah, what you got that's strong?
And order up hands you a menu.
Oh my
And
god,
she
there's
sort
a
of
whole
points
menu.
to the beverages
my.
section.
Oh my. Bog Grog Ale. Cave Fisher Blood Wine. Fairy Fireball. Oh my god.
Hold up. Jambalaya with crispy eel? That actually sounds really good.
Right?
Yeah, I could
These
go for
menu
some of that.
items.
Yeah,
oh my
yeah.
god. If there's something that Papa does right every time, it's always the menu items. God damn it.
Thank you.
Every time it makes me want. Dragon's milk!
Dragon's milk.
Why are you milking dragons? Oh.
You'll see.
Can
Oh.
dragons be milked?
Depends on the dragon. Reptiles. Oh, actually, I don't know if reptiles can. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know about that. If you're milking them, what color
I think
is
they're
it?
regurgitators.
Yeah.
Oh, can you imagine? Scaly milk. Ugh. Ugh. That's gonna go
Dragon
down real
milk,
rough.
very nutritious. Once you pick the scales out,
Yeah, I'm kidding. Sucker punching a rabbit. You know, I'm gonna go with the theme of today. I'm gonna order a sucker punching a rabbit.
you get all the dirty looks from Jeb.
Jeb's is like, oh, I don't like that drink.
Well, screw you, Jeb. I order what I want.
Okay, that's fair.
If it wasn't for you and your gal pals over there trying to trample us or whatever, gang up on us.
Clobus.
All right, this
Clubus.
was a last-minute addition, but here's order up.
Oh my god!
Nice.
I love.
Oh, so cute.
Where on
Look
earth did
at
you find
that
that?
kangaroo.
The
Furry
internet
websites.
is a deep trove. That's for sure.
The internet is a very deep trove.
The best place to find tabaxi and
Yuck.
kinku art, furry websites. That's just how it is.
That makes sense. Yep.
Yeah.
That is beautiful. Okay, so I'm gonna order the sucker punching a rabbit. Can I mix it with the fairy fireball though?
So, order. You do mention that to order up?
Yes.
Okay.
Can it be
She just
mixed?
says, order up.
Perfect. I'm gonna judge off of facial expressions, maybe hand expressions, as to whether this can happen or not.
It's a shrug.
It's a shrug. Awesome.
All right.
Okay, so 50-50. If she's not sure and she needs to roll on this, can I give her some guidance?
You can give her guidance for sure. I don't know.
I would
if
love
she'll-
to.
Yeah.
And then I think, let's see here. We probably need something to eat. They got some specials.
They got specials, they got desserts, they got... The breakfast is not being served right now. It is later in the day.
You know, I really like the look of that smoked nipper salad, but I don't like cucumber. It's kind of
Order up?
weird.
She nods.
Okay. Alright, cool. Thanks. Just no cucumber, please.
Order up?
And that'll be my order.
The glass. The blood wine.
Oh.
Order up?
Just half.
Del,
Yeah?
do you think it's real blood in that wine?
No.
Smoke nipples.
Smoked nipple salad! Yeah, give me the nips!
No smoked nips.
Oh
Mm.
my goodness.
Give me the
Dry
smoked
nippies!
nips.
Crispy!
Mm.
Has a certain
That just-
snap to it, you know?
Has everyone made their order yet, or no?
I don't know. Was Fenric gonna order anything? Yeah.
Yeah, sure, why not? Menu, where's the menu? Into the room. There we go. I would like some of the spicy jambalaya, please.
Ooh.
And a bog grog ale to wash it down.
Ooh.
So,
Nice one.
with
Thank
all
you.
that written down, Order Up goes back into the kitchen to sort of start working, and Sue sort of leans over. She's like, "Would you like that brought to the dining room, or would you like to stay for the evening and have that brought up to your rooms?"
I mean, I could sit and eat, I suppose. Are we staying here, guys, or?
Anything doesn't seem like a bad idea.
It might be good to get our plan in order as to what our next steps would be.
I
We
mean,
also
yeah,
haven't
I
slept yet.
could see us planning. Have we not slept?
It's been one day.
True.
If you are all, well, you're not all from around here, are you?
No, we are not. We just came from, well, another plane, and
No.
this seems to be a different one.
If it is all right with you, I would like to join you for dinner and provide you with how this land works, so you don't run into trouble.
You seem to be mighty. Bleh. You seem to be mighty knowledgeable.
I have lived here for what feels like an eternity.
Can I ask you a question?
Of course.
Have you ever seen anyone get dragged in by their shadow, tendrils, and all that
I have.
in this place?
Do you know what becomes of those individuals after that event takes place?
If your shadow takes you, then it is the work of the moon grave.
The what now?
You see her smile a little bit and just shake her head. I will explain more at dinner. I must help order up with our meal, but don't worry. All will be revealed in due time. He heads off into the kitchen.
Luna looks a little nervous. Alright.
Hey, Papa, do I need to just refresh the page if the map didn't load in?
Yeah, I
okay.
would give it a good refresh and just see
Okay.
what's going on with that.
Just had a white grid, and I was like, wait a minute.
Where's the
Sometimes you
map?
see-
What dining room are you speaking of here?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Got it.
Alright, well, you guys want to sit down to some dinner at least?
Seems wise.
I'll step into this here room, take a seat, room, and I will have this one sit very close to me. We shall slowly become best friends.
Jeb?
Yes.
Alright.
Jeb, you are
Yeah, my
sitting next to
best
me,
friend.
and you will go nowhere.
Alrighty. So, after about 20 minutes or so, Sue and Order Up come out with an array of foods and your orders. Let's see here. First off, Luna, you ordered the
Yeah.
Fairy Fireball and Sucker Punching a Rabbit.
Yeah.
It does come in 2 separate cups. The Sucker Punching a Rabbit is a large mug of steeped tea,
Ooh.
and when you drink it, you definitely feel
Like
no,
I've
give me an
been
insight check.
punched.
No,
All
give me
right.
an insight check.
Okay. I'm on it. Bam. 22.
You feel a little bit looser. Your arms, your legs, you feel more
Oh.
limber.
I feel
Like
more
as if you
stretched
just-
out.
As if you just went to sort of like a massage. And you look over at Jeb, and he sort of looks at you and is like, "You got a little fuzzy."
Huh?
The drink gives you advantage on saving or on stealth checks against the Herringons
Oh.
for up to an hour after consumption.
Oh. That's nice.
The Fairy Fireball is
Uh-huh.
you just get like a nice a glass of cinnamon flavored whiskey, and there's a touch of magic in there. You can see little bits of glowing glitter dancing around in the drink.
Oh, that's pretty. Does the glitter remind me a little bit of the shiny, kind of glittery look of my wings? A little bit?
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
More like pixie dust, but
Okay.
same vibes. Yeah.
But same vibes. Awesome.
I'm assuming you drink that as well?
I'm going to drink both at about half, and then I'm gonna
Okay.
pour one into the other, so I make one full again.
And then you drink it all, I'm guessing?
And then I drink it all, yeah, just
All right,
mixed
so give me
together.
Roll me a d4.
Oh, yes. Yes, oh, indeed. 4!
For the next 4 hours, you have nearly uncontrollable hiccups.
Wonderful.
Every time you hiccup, there's a little cloud of shimmering dust that's released.
Beautiful.
All right. What was the food you ordered?
I ordered
It was
the salad, the nipple salad. Without the cucumber. If there's a single trace of cucumber, I will flip this table.
There is no cucumber.
Thank God. I'm not a patient person.
The crystal nipper is a large catfish-like fish. A head and tail have been cut off. It's basically a nice long fillet, bone in, and you can see the clover and dandelion sort of sautéed into it. It's very savory, very delicious, and the cooking style is rather spicy. Think Cajun
I do
style.
I do like spicy. Yum! I love a good spicy nipple.
I had
Spicy
to
nipples,
use
smoked
some
nipples,
catfish
all
and
of it.
save myself. It's like, oh, these fish called nipper. All right, cool. The nipple fish. Anyways.
Yes, the nipple
Fenric,
fish.
You're going with the jambalaya. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right.
Ooh.
Jambalaya here. So the crispy eel skin is sort of laid on top as more of a garnish, but you can also just soak it into the spicy jambalaya to soften a bit. And when you do eat it, there is sausage as well as eel. You'll meat in the jambalaya itself. Very flavorful, very filling. You got the bog grog ale, is that right? We taste a sip. It is a mix of rum, orange juice, and some fermented herbs. I'll say give me an insight check as well.
Okay.
Drinking all of this, you definitely feel the alcohol, but you also feel somewhat stronger, more comfortable after the fact. You are now, let's see here, for the next hour, you have advantage on saving throws against being poisoned.
Ooh.
Nice.
Dell, you just got the K. Fisher blood wine, is that right?
Yes.
All
Half a
right.
glass.
Half a glass. So you're still given a full glass, but it's only half full. And this wine is kind of thick, and there is a lobster claw sticking out of it. A blue lobster claw. Take a sip. It is definitely alcoholic, but there is also that sort of copper, irony taste of blood.
Ooh. So it is kind of bloody.
Yumtious.
Oh.
Oh, yes. The cave fisher is it's a lobster with alcoholic blood, so a lot of times we just drain it and let people sip on the wine, or the blood wine.
Interesting. So, y'all are from around here, at least familiar anyways. You said you wanted to,
Yes.
tell us a little bit more. I'm a little interested in what the Moongraves have to do with this place. Can you elaborate a little on that?
We will get there, but first, I must explain to you the rules of this land. You see, Prismere is no ordinary place. Here, the people abide by 3 very strict and very powerful rules. First, the rule of hospitality. When a friend, an enemy, or a stranger enters your home, you are expected to be gracious and accommodating to them until such a time as they prove, by their words or actions, undeserving of such hospitality.
I see.
Second, the rule of ownership. You must not steal from a friend, an enemy, or a stranger. And as she says this, she sort of looks right at Jeb. To take something that doesn't belong to you without the rightful owner's permission is a crime and an unforgivable breach of etiquette. And lastly, the rule of reciprocity. When a friend, an enemy, or a stranger offers you a gift, you are obliged to accept it and offer something of comparable value in return, be it a gift, a service. Such reciprocation need not happen immediately. I'm gonna.
Oh, I see.
You can
I
have that in case
see.
you need to reference it back.
Yes, yes. I'm gonna...
Before the hags took over, when Zybilna ruled Prismere,
Right.
few of her subjects dared to violate these rules. We were happy. People were peaceful. And those who violated the rules often disappeared without a trace, much to the joy of others. But now, with the Hourglass Coven in charge, the rules remain in force, but the circumstances are different. The hags believe in hospitality and reciprocity.
I
That's a hard
see.
word.
That is a hard
They
word.
have a self-centered view on ownership. Each claims ownership of everything in her realm. And the hags are far less inclined to punish those who break the rules. And again, she looks right at Jeb.
Well, I think it's fair to say that Jeb here is, at the very least, under our guidance for now. So we'll keep him in line, but... You mentioned you had rooms for the night?
Yes, please. And she leads you guys, or actually, she knows she has Ernest lead the 3 of you upstairs.
As we're making our way upstairs, I'm gonna kind of tap Fenric on the shoulder, kind of lean over and whisper to him, I think we should have a talk after this.
Alright.
I have some theories in mind, and I think we should get Dell in the same room as well and maybe discuss.
Sounds like a plan.
And other than that, she can show the way, but I'm also gonna remind her that she had mentioned something about moongraves.
Yes. Well, that is the third and oldest sister of the Hourglass Coven. You see, and she pulls out from her side pouch a scroll containing a map.
Oh.
A map of Hither.
Is it alright if we make a copy of this map, or if you have more, I mean...
Of course, if you wish to make a copy, you can feel free to do so.
It'd be nice.
But my inn wanders this land, but we are shrouded in the fogs. Protect Hither.
Ah, I see.
I am unable to go to the other realms at this moment. Here, in Hither, the sister who owns this land is Bavlorna Blightstraw. The second sister. To our west is the land of Yon, owned by Endelyn Moongrave, the oldest sister. She is particularly fond of removing people from their shadows. That is where her power lies. And lastly, to the east, the land of Thither, is the land of Skabatha Nightshade, the youngest sister.
I see. Well, I suppose we should... There's a few things we need to do first. A few places we need to go. Our friend here mentioned his leader we were gonna pay a visit to. How close do you think we could get to that?
Ah, the Haragon Brigands. They should be somewhere around here, and she indicates on the map. You see the words appear on the paper. The Brigands Tollway.
And where are we?
We're currently about here. She points to this area.
Can you ping one more time? Please. Thank you. Appreciate.
When you arrived in this land, do you remember where you were? Or
Well, we had landed on a bridge, so,
likely the Queen's Way.
higher up,
Based
for
on
sure.
your traveling, you kind of can tell you were probably on this middle section.
Right.
From there, you travel in this direction. From the bridge, I'll say the three of you give me a intelligence check on advantage, please.
Hell yeah! Intelligence!
Oh, I
Bam!
didn't save. Sorry, no.
Oh, that's alright.
No worries.
Well, I got 15. That's pretty good for 0.
Hey!
Even better. So, the three of you, looking at the map, based on where you saw the balloon crash, it likely crashed somewhere around this tower.
Dude, what is this tower over here?
Ah, that's Slanty Tower.
Any significance to it?
It's slanted. I don't know who made it slanted, but someone fucked it up.
It wasn't always that way.
No, that tower is far older than myself.
This whole place seems far older than I think any of us are realizing.
Absolutely.
And this place also has some very strange set of rules.
It certainly does, but they are good rules to live by.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't know a whole lot of realms or planes that operate by a bunch of rules. Or at least I don't know a whole lot that do that. Seems a little strange, I reckon.
What's strange for you may be quite normal for folk like him. And she points to Jeb. And she says, but what's normal for you may seem strange for him, living in a lawless land. He may not do so well.
Well, I don't know about y'all, but I've had a smoke, had a couple of drinks, and my belly's full. I think we should maybe get ready to get some sleep. If you guys want to head upstairs.
Sure.
Thank you for your hospitality. It's been real nice getting to know you. Please, don't be afraid to get us up in the morning if we've overstayed our welcome or something. I don't know.
Oh, not at all. Like I said, if you enter my home, I will treat you with kindness and hospitality until you prove you are not deserving of that hospitality.
Alrighty. I'm gonna kind of motion with my eyebrows at both Adele and Fenric to maybe meet up in a room to start planning and also discuss some theories. Theories.
Theories, you say?
Yes, theories, I do say.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just a theory.
Oh,
A Fae
no.
theory.
No! Yo, I want the messiest bed. Give me this one over here. Oh, she didn't mention if anything costed anything. Is there anything she wants in terms of payment?
That's alright, no gold is needed. If you wish to pay with trinkets or baubles, I would be glad to take those.
I mean, I'm not surprised. Usually hags do want that. Let me see here.
Oh. If you wish to do me a favor, a service, tell me, do you wish to free this land of the hag's influences?
I mean, we can certainly try, but, how about I do something a little bit different? How do you feel about fortunes? I could read you one.
Fortune's forecast, Lucky Charms.
Her voice gets a little snarkier.
Of course.
And she sort of leans in and she says, you do not get to weave my fate.
I wasn't intending to. I was mainly trying to suss you out, but that's about it.
If your goals do not align with that of the hags, if you wish to help free this realm of their influence, then my hospitality is yours. No charge.
Alright. Well, we'll have a good think upon it, and we'll get back to you in the morning, I suppose. And Luna will make her way upstairs to the bedroom that's a mess. I mean, odds are we're gonna help, but anyways. And I'm going to wait for the rest to come up here whenever they're ready. the rest of the gang?
Yeah, I'm good to go. Head up there.
All right.
I will
Is
say
your-
Are we converging on your room?
Yeah.
Is your map still having issues, Fenric? Or
No, it's good now.
No, he's good.
perfect.
Yeah, if we want to converge in my room, that would also be fine. I'm assuming that I'm sharing my room with the rabbit, so... Come here, rabbit! We're gonna be best friends!
He, like,
Anyways.
takes a place in the little couch in the corner.
There you
Yeah, that's a good spot. You can stay there. I do not like sharing my bed anyways. I'm gonna sprawl out. Full starfish style.
go. Flop.
Flap.
Do you guys wait for Dell or start discussing things while she's still
Yeah,
downstairs?
I'll wait for Dell as well.
All right, Dell,
Whenever
anything
she's
you're doing?
ready.
ordering a bottle of that wine.
Sounds about right.
As the rest leave, Sue hands you the bottle and just says, "If you need more, I can have it made fresh." And she goes back into the kitchen.
I don't like the way she said fresh.
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 Who's she killing to get that blood?
It's lobsters. It's lobster wine.
Oh, also it's blue. Damn.
Yeah, it's like a very deep dark blue. So that wine
First-
is made from
okay.
lobster blood. That's alcohol.
Oh, okay. For some reason, in my head, I thought it was like really red and irony tasting, but all right
No, it was
then.
more copper tasting.
Right.
Ooh, yummy. I love eating metal.
Metal is so tasty. Iron. Yum.
It's a pretty color. I like
Yes. Yes.
So, Del, do you head up to the rooms?
Knock, knock.
I'll put the bottle away.
Sure.
'Cause
I mean, you can bring it in with you. I wouldn't say no.
I'm bringing it with me.
Oh, okay,
my
okay.
goodness.
Is like
Oh
a
my.
trunk over here in the corner I could sit on? Or bench?
Yeah, there's like a bench right there in the
If you want to sit on
Okay,
the
cool.
bed, you can sit on the bed too.
Oh.
All right. So, 3 of you are hanging out. Well, 4 of you actually. Jeb is there too.
Yeah, Jeb's
unless you want him.
chilling. No, he can chill. I feel like he is innocent enough in this whole situation to chill. So, Fenric.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of that sounded familiar to you or if you got a familiar feeling, but as far as I've been with the Witchlight Carnival, I know that even there, there's a certain set of rules that we gotta follow by, and that's the only kind of place that I know that runs with a certain set of rules. This whole land is, well, also with rules. Do you think that's a coincidence?
Well, I do recall Mr. Witch and Mr. Light talking about how there was a dark carnival of sorts as well. Would make sense that if they were two halves of the same coin, so to speak, that they both had their own set of rules that had to be followed.
So this would be like a mirror of their carnival, is what you're thinking.
An apt description, yes.
It's bright red bra panties. Yeah, whoever was in here last left their fucking undies. Gross.
I
Crusty,
think this is meant to be
gross.
Sue's room. Like, this is her bedroom.
Oh, well,
It's messy, and then like everything else is like tidied and cleaned.
it's
Yeah,
fine.
that
It's
makes
fine.
Look at this. Look at
Yeah.
this.
Anyways.
Wow, and some pants, and yeah. Wow, ooh.
I feel like we chose the wrong room.
Do you think that was Monkey Man's pants?
Maybe. It's a
You know,
possibility.
they're alone.
Oh, The hag and the monkey. Oh,
The hag and the monkey.
gross.
It's the next brilliant romantic novel from somebody's. The hag and the monkey.
Yeah.
So,
Papa, would I know of any places, like, such as other places in the Feywild, where it would have a similar rule structure?
Give me a history check on advantage.
ooh.
Are you okay?
No.
It's the caffeine.
Mentally, I'm melting.
I'm melting.
The first place that comes to mind is the Sealy Court itself. That's more cultural rules, like this is how you properly bow. You always shake someone's hand. Show up on time for meetings, etc. Don't get too drunk at functions. You have heard rumors of powerful archfey having their own domains and setting certain rules for that domain. And a domain is different than a plane of existence. They exist as sort of pockets within a plane that have their own protective barriers and magics. Prismeer definitely feels like the domain of a powerful archfey, which at this time seems to be taken over by the Hourglass Coven.
Oh, I'm all
There
familiar
was,
with domains.
Zilbina?
Zilbina.
Zilbina. Yes.
Zilbina was the original owner of this
She was
domain.
the OG. Yeah.
The OG homie. Yes.
It seems that her power still lingers, or at least has effect, because these
Okay.
rules sound like her rules.
Yeah.
And even though she's not there to enforce it, people still tend to live by it. And there does seem to be magics that not so much enforce it, but encourage people to follow these rules.
This makes me
Enough
think that
that-
Zilbina might be a hag.
Enough that someone like Sue and like her employees will still
Okay.
follow the rules. But,
Okay.
someone like Jeb and his Haragon have been pressured into breaking the rules.
Right.
Well, I'll bring up the whole entire this is probably a demi-plane thing.
Yeah.
I won't mention the whole, like, court thing, because that's
Mhm.
irrelevant.
No, it's fine. So we have a couple of options here about what we want to do next, what our next course of actions are. We could go visit Jeb here leader thing, or we could go backwards and go find those people that crashed. Only thing is, the longer we take, the more concern I have for our friend Vaughn. If he's in the hands of the Moongraves, well, I don't know that that's a good thing. I don't think that's a good thing. So we should probably try to find him as well. And while I'm on that topic, I'm gonna grab out his mask and kind of give it a look over.
It's
Yeah.
pretty well made. The outside steel and metal is, or that's right, it's not steel. It's brass, and it's not tarnished, but it's got like a finish to it that's not completely smooth. It's not like a mirror polish. So it's got kind of like a matte finish. The lenses are purple, and yeah, it's got like a wraparound double band. So, and there's like straps on it so you can tighten it around your head.
Now, this may be the alcohol talking, but, I'm gonna end this on a lighter note. I'm gonna put the mask on and start pretending to be Vaughn. Look at me. I'm
When you
nervous.
put on the mask, first off, the lenses don't make everything look purple. In fact, you see everything in the same colors and all that.
Weird.
But now you see a lot more. It's like you just activated your threads. You see around your sword hundreds and hundreds of threads wrapped around the entire blade. You see a dark strand going from the blade to Dell, which then passes through her body and out the window, and you look out the window, you see beyond the fog, beyond the night sky, the silhouette of a very large hand the thread is attached to.
Oh.
You look to the thread connecting the sword to Fenric. It is still red. But then, leaving Fenric, there are 2 threads. One is bright and golden. The other is a warm pink. The threads go opposite directions. Pink one goes west towards the direction of Yon. The gold one goes up towards the sky, similar to how the dark thread goes up with Dells. There's a thread leading from you to Jeb, and this thread is blue. And then from Jeb there are many, I'm talking like at least a good dozen, purple threads, just spreading in various directions.
Right.
And sort of disappear off in the distance. And then from yourself, you see an extra, 2 threads. One is purple.
Okay.
The other is pink. Both are intertwined, but then they split off after a certain point, but they both head towards Yon.
Interesting. I hear a phone.
Is that a house phone?
Is that a house phone? You got a
So he's
landline?
down below, like, hello, in at the end of the road.
Yeah, okay. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Party of 4, sure thing.
Whoa. I think she's just kind of looking through the mask here, and she's kind of wilded out. Would this be like true sight or something?
No.
Is that no?
Red
Okay.
sight.
It is
String sight.
string theory sight.
String theory.
It allows the user to see the strands of fate, similar to your channel divinity ability, but it does not allow them
But this
to
is
interact
like
with the strands.
Okay.
This is just seeing them.
Okay. This is a rather odd sight. She kind of takes it off, puts it back on again, takes it off again, puts it back on one more time.
Are you okay?
Del, can you put this on for a second? I just want to see if you see what I see.
Does it have lice?
No.
Okay.
Scratches her head. No.
Do you put on the mask, though?
Cautiously, I'm gonna try and keep it from touching my hair.
Okay.
That's fine.
You put on the mask, and you see everything in a weird purple tinge. The mask smells a little like old metal and a little bit of BO, but that's about it.
It's smelly and it's purple.
Huh. You don't see any strands or anything?
I see scratches, maybe.
Oh. Fenric.
I see purple.
Well, let's get Fenric to try it on. Let's see if he sees anything.
All right. I'm gonna hold it up, just sort of like a masquerade mask.
You put it on, it feels pretty heavy for any masquerade mask. And like Del, you see just everything in an odd tinge of purple, a couple scratches on the lens, that's about it.
Seeing the world in violet hues. That's about all I can see.
That's
Is
odd.
there something special about purple?
No, it's maybe something that I'm seeing that you guys aren't seeing. Del, if you don't mind me asking, what god do you follow? or goddess? What
Oh,
deity do you worship? If you worship one at all? Coughing is a great start. Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's my god. Hacking.
The god of coughing. Hacking.
King god of breath.
Oh, yes. I totally forgot to do some hiccups. 1 second.
Yeah. There you go.
All right, there we go.
Catch up.
I'm
I'm catching up.
Actually get
I'm
the
catching up.
hiccups.
Oh no! It's
It's like the placebo effect that
punch
turns
the
into
road.
the real thing.
Plus 1 RP.
Oh my goodness.
Well, none really come to mind when I think of them. So, none, I guess.
Nothing to do with any dark gods or anything like that?
Are you insinuating that I'm a cultist?
No, not really. It's more so I'm just trying to get a read on you, I guess. I don't know how to say this, but your string's a little bit of a weird color.
Yes, you've already told me this, but you've never told me what that means.
Well, I suppose I could give a small explanation. Everyone's got strings, and usually most are red. Those are the normal colors, but yours is an odd shade of black.
There's more than one shade of black.
No, generally it's all kind of the same shade, but it's just odd, is what I mean.
Why? Are you being racist towards the string colors?
No!
What does the black string signify?
Well, I'm still sort of figuring them out, actually, but most of the time, black has always kind of meant danger.
Oh, dear.
Something dangerous. Perhaps something that might be coming after you, or maybe you're dangerous, or maybe you are in danger. It's kind of a vague one in terms of. As for Fenric, well, you have 2.
2.
Mm-hmm.
Were they black?
No. One of them I do know, much like my own. One of them's kind of a gold color.
Which signifies?
Usually has to do with deities, powerful beings, gods that you worship, really. And, well, the other one that you have is, pink.
Pink.
Mm-hmm.
Which means?
Well, it could mean a couple of different things. That's one of the ones I haven't quite narrowed down yet, but from what I've seen, it's usually something to do with affection or excitement. Usually when you care
Interesting.
for someone.
Someone likes you.
Cross-continent crush string.
So
this is relationship string.
it kind of is, yeah. A little bit of a relationship one there. I don't want to say that somebody has a crush on you or you have a crush on somebody, but I'm just saying it's kind of what I usually see it with. It's the same kind of string I would have seen with, what was their names? The 2 that we helped back at the carnival.
Candlefoot and Palasha.
There we go. Candlefoot and Palasha would be very similar to those 2.
Yeah, the fairy and the
Mermaid. Yes. The 2 that are dating.
Well, perhaps if you can see these strings going in certain directions, it might help us make a decision on where it is we need to go next.
Well,
At this point, Jeb perks up. He's like, "You guys said that we wanted to go to the balloon crash.
well, that's what we were
I can still
thinking,
lead
but
you there, especially now that we know where it is."
I think
Did you
we
see any
might.
strings going in that general direction, Luna?
I'll put on the mask again and see if I can look out the window and see if I can see any strings going in that general direction.
None that sort of go from you guys to that direction. Now,
Right.
that just means there's no personal connection between you and anything in that direction.
Fair enough.
I will say though, Luna, when you have the mask on, give me a perception check, please.
Okay.
Perceive.
Bam! I'm perceiving so good.
You notice that black string that's coming off of Dell. It's not just sort of going to her chest or to her heart like where it's normally seen.
Right.
You've noticed that it's sort of woven around her, binding around her entire body. But it's not like it's crushing her or entrapping her. Almost as if the string is embracing her.
Oh.
Fenric's golden string. You can look a little closer now. It seems to do something similar, but instead of being directly connected to his body, it's being connected to the gun.
Oh. Interesting. Well, I reckon we're a little too far from the crash for me to be able to see any strings coming from there. But, now that I'm taking a closer look at you guys, Fenric, is there... Agatha's in your gun, right?
No, Agatha sort of shares in my person, so to speak.
So what's in your
Sure.
gun?
My gun. Well, my gun was gifted to me by Mr. Light and Mr. Witch on my departure, as a matter of fact, from the carnival.
Interesting.
Do you see something associated with my revolver?
I do, yeah. That golden string I mentioned, it seems to wrap around your gun. I think
Perhaps
maybe,
something that might be worth investigating.
perhaps. Dell, you seem to be wrapped in a rather dark string. I'm not sure what that means. Perhaps death is embracing you? Maybe? But black doesn't mean death. It's usually danger. Danger is embracing you.
Ooh, I'm such a daredevil.
You don't strike me as a daredevil. But sure. Do you find yourself having a lot of bad luck in your life or something?
Hey, it's pretty good.
Okay.
You know, besides the whole running into you guys and then getting transported into a completely different dimension of the Fey Wilds and then,
I mean, yes.
Just a few small things.
you know, yeah.
On that, all dandy, all good.
Interesting. I mean, fair enough. I'm gonna keep quiet about the pink string coming off of me.
Ooh.
Well, based on the fact that you have seen these strings then, Luna, and that we have a couple of destinations in mind, perhaps we can start with the balloon and then carry on to Jeb's group and then perhaps decide where to go from there once we hear what Jeb's boss has to say.
I think that's a mighty fine idea. Is there anything else we needed to do here?
Thirsty, drink. Water, drink.
Not that I can think
Wake
of.
up, drink.
I'm
Fill
still a
up,
little bit
work,
sus of the
sweat loss,
hag
hydrate.
downstairs, but she doesn't seem all bad. Well, she's following a set of rules. If these rules weren't here, I don't think she would be so nice.
Well, I think she would still be nice.
You have a very hopeful outlook and perspective. I do like that. That's a little refreshing.
Well, she seemed to be very adamant about the fact that we were safe within this inn, so perhaps we should take that to heart and get some sleep in preparation for tomorrow's activities?
I think so too.
That's an excellent idea.
Very well.
Well, I think we have our plans set ahead of us. We'll go visit the balloon and then we'll continue from there. I think we should get up early in the morning.
Agreed.
So,
You guys
are you guys
have
taking
a
a
good
long
night.
rest for the night?
Yeah, I think so.
Before
Sorry.
I do, once everyone leaves the room, and I don't care if the bunny stays, that's fine. I'm gonna cast Sending.
Okay. Who are you trying to send?
Vaughn.
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of use the mask to power that a little. And I'm gonna say in 25 words or less, Vaughn, it's Luna. Are you alright? Are you alive? You can respond to this message.
There's silence for about a minute. Then you hear a very nervous voice. Leave me. While you still can. Save yourself. And that's it.
I'm gonna cast Sending again.
Okay.
I have spell slots, it's fine. I'm gonna cast Sending again. And I'm gonna say to him, you know I can't do that. God, this is so hard when you have to do it in under 25 words. I'm counting, alright?
Yep.
Hold on. I had a thought. We are coming to get you. Stay safe. Don't trust the Moongraves. I'm gonna end it at that.
After about a minute or so, all you hear back is, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. What the fuck? I'm tempted to cast Sending again. I have one more spell slot. But I won't. I'll leave it at him.
Fenric and Dell, anything you guys are doing before going to bed? No, Dell's enjoying some of her wine.
Yeah, nothing for me, I don't think.
Alright. Fenric, when you go to sleep that night, you feel an embrace. Someone hugging you from behind.
Is it Agatha?
It is Agatha.
I knew
You
it!
see her, and she seems afraid.
You sipping on your wine? Me wine?
You hear Agatha's voice in your head and whisper in your ear. She says, "This land is not safe. I will do my best, but But I don't know if I can keep both of us safe.
Is there danger to both of us or just you?
If there's danger to me, then it's dangerous to you too.
Something from your past, perhaps?
No. I know the power of hags. They are what transformed me into this. Be careful, Fenric. Be very careful. And on that note, I'm going to take a break because I need to go to the bathroom, so I'll be back in a little bit.
All right, we taking a break up in here.
Short little break, yeah, take a bathroom break, get some drink. So I'll be right back. Small, or resume. It is the morning. Jeb is fast asleep. Everyone else, what are we doing in the morning?
I'm gonna roll out of bed, and then I'm going to... I'm assuming I've taken off, like, the things that I need to for the convenience of sleep, so I'm gonna take my bra and throw it at him.
And Jeb? Okay.
Yes, to wake him up.
Like slingshot it at him, or...
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Rise and shine, sleeping beauty. It's time to get going.
Okay. Alright.
Then I'm gonna take back my bra.
Alright.
Then put it back on.
Give me that
without
back,
him
pervert.
looking. Yeah. Something like that.
Give me an insight check.
Okay. Luna don't give a shit. 24.
Jeb seems to pay no mind to the shenanigans as he gets up.
Oh, yes. Luna's just here to shit disturb. That's all she's doing. She's a shit disturber. It's fine. You're blind? How would you know if he's looking at that? Ruby! I'm not playing that character! Wrong character! This character ain't blind. Frodo's being a bad boy today. No, I'm just kidding. Yes! Next week is that character. No cure. Today is Luna. Next week is Celine.
Anything you guys are doing before heading out?
Waking up, stretching, listening to all 206 of my bones crack.
Yes. I think I'm going to put Vaughn's mask back in my bag. Sure. I probably accidentally fell asleep with it on last night, I'm sure.
As all of you wake up and head downstairs, you see Sue has prepared a few packages for you.
Yay,
they look like
packages.
Little wrapped up lunch bags of sorts. In each one, there is... well, for Fenric and for Luna, they're the same. They're going to both contain... Let's see here. 1 caramel fritter, 1 dragon's milk, and 1 bog rog ale in a bottle. For
I gotta write this down.
Dell, it contains 2 bottles of the K. Fisher blood wine and a caramel fritter.
Ooh, a caramel fritter.
Caramel fritters. Caramel fritters. Sorry, what was the...
likes me more.
What was the drink I had?
So there were 2 drinks, 1 bog rug ale in a bottle, and 1 dragon's milk for both of Fenric and...
dragon's milk. I thought you said dragon fruit.
Ooh,
okay,
Fenric
dragon milk. If you don't mind me asking, how in the hell are you getting dragon's milk? What kind of dragons are you milking?
Oh, it's not real dragon's milk. It's just a drink. It's
artificial?
We just call it dragon's milk. When you drink it, it removes all the alcohol in your body. It sobers you right up. thought it might be useful for you. And when it does sober you up, you let out a burp, and there's usually a little flame that comes with it. That's how
Oh.
it gets its name.
Interesting. Very interesting. Alrighty, well, mighty kind of you. Thank you so much for your hospitality. We will
Best of
be
luck with your
sure to
endeavors.
we'll be sure to try to figure out how to.
Hopefully, we'll see you wandering around and be able to stop by again.
Yes.
I hope so too.
I see. We will try to do what we need to do with the things.
Sounds good.
Something
So,
about
yeah.
eggs.
You're given the map of Hither.
Can I stay behind just a little bit longer?
Sure.
Wonderful. Then I would just like to tell her that if someone stops by, tell him that I am elsewhere and that I will probably be back later.
Of course. And I will show him the same hospitality that I've Oh, you will. Give me an insight check, though.
Good luck to him. Whoa, 6.
There is a brief hint of bad juju coming from Sue. The briefest little shiver down your spine of like, oh, she's not to be trifled with.
You have fun with that. Thank you for the wine. I like wine. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Jebek takes the snail by the bridle and sort of leads it out. And are you guys letting him lead the way towards the slanty tower, or are you guys gonna try and figure it out yourselves?
I mean, I would say at this point he's somewhat proved that he's not gonna, lead us into a death
Yeah.
trap. So,
Well,
I don't mind
we'll
him leading the way.
we'll let him lead, but I mean, my
it has
threats will
an eye
still
and a
stay
thread on
true. Exactly. I've got an eye and a thread.
So, as Jebek leads you guys through, I would like everyone to roll me a d8.
Alrighty. Bam. Oh, we got
No,
2
twinning.
5s. We're twinning
Twinsies.
up in here. Twinsies, bitches. Got nothing on this. Sorry, I'm very excited.
That's
Womp
okay.
womp.
That coffee is really
on.
starting to kick now. I'm feeling the jitters. Jitters. Yo, do channel divinities... Sorry, I have a question. Do channel divinities reset on a short rest or a long rest?
Long rest.
Mine says short rest for some reason. Hold on.
That shouldn't be the case.
Because I did it automatically through the character mancer, so I thought that was a little weird. You can use your channel divinity twice between rests and beginning, and you can use it 3 times between rests. When you finish a short or long rest, you regain your expended uses. Oh! It says short or long.
Alright, I gotta look this up. I always thought it was long rest, but maybe it
I
is
always
short
thought it was
rest.
long rest too, but then I was like, hold up. It says short. I don't know if that's...
Oh,
You
no,
get-
it is short rest. Yep.
I was gonna say, do you get more of them back if it's a long rest versus a short rest? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
you
Get
get...
rid of them all.
I think you get them
them
all
all
back
back.
on a long
It's
rest.
most of the, well, that's the thing. Most of the time, people don't take short rests.
That's also true.
Yeah, that's fair.
Just you're like, may as well just take them all. Instead of stopping for an hour, may as well stop for 8 hours.
Right.
But we're gonna continue onwards.
Alrighty.
Onward.
As Jeb is leading you through the swamp, he stops for a moment. He just glances around. He says, "All right,
What's up,
Got-
Jeb?
some news, some perhaps bad news.
Okay.
I think we've got mud methods. Now, we could carefully go around, but that might take an extra day. Or we can go through this part of the swamp and risk a fight.
21
What do you
months,
want
but
to
no
do?
alert to my
Mud
resubscription.
methods?
Yes, little mud creatures. They're... can't be reasoned with. They're elementals.
Right.
Are they strong?
Are they particularly tough?
Alone? No. But they're never usually alone.
What accompanies them?
Mud. They like to try to pull people into the swamps to drown them. It's a pretty shit fate, but if you can avoid that, then they're pretty easy to kill.
Well,
Well,
you've
I'd
seen
be
our
fine.
skills. I think we'll be fine. You know, I have
Alright.
confidence.
One other thing, if you see bubbles in the swamp, be careful around those. You might get a face full of swamp gas, and that can cause some issues as well.
Then I suggest that we navigate between the bubbles.
I'm getting all the Princess Bride Fire Swamp vibes.
Right? I was getting that too. Is there now
There's
going to be
popping
a?
sound preceding each?
Is there also going to be a big thing of sand to sink in? Will I need to dive after
no.
Dell?
There are going to be rodents of unusual size, though. Don't worry. I have that planned.
I don't think they exist. Wow.
Well, if they land on me, I will be sure to roll towards the fire, or they
That's
will
right.
get boofed.
Oh my.
Oh my! Look at all
You
this
do
death and
see
carnage.
As you wander through the swamp, there are a lot of bodies
Bodies.
in various states of decay. They all look quite old, but some of them look fairly well preserved, perhaps due to the swamp, the mud, and all that. They all do look very old, though. Their armor is rusted away. Their swords, their weapons are all nigh unusable. Let me just
Coming
grab-
into this, I think I would like to. It lasts for a minute. I'm debating whether I want to activate Beacon of Hope or not, just in case.
You can state that you sort of prepare yourself or prepare that spell so that
Yeah.
when you see danger, you activate it right away.
Yeah.
Ready action.
I'm thinking of doing that. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. I will have Beacon of Hope ready, so the first sign of trouble that comes along, or as soon as we roll initiative, it will activate.
Jeb, are the bodies here a leftover result of a battle from long ago, or have this many people perished from these so-called mud beings you described?
Yeah, I'm kind of
no,
curious about that too.
Some, like that one, and he points to like someone who doesn't look like a soldier or a fighter, someone who looks like a traveler. That's more recent, but a lot of these, this is an old battlefield. From when the elves fought the Fomorians.
Oh,
Give me a history check.
elves, you say? I have some history with elves. I know their language,
Oops.
but no, I don't know that much about elves. I'm too distracted at all the things that I'm looking on the ground. I'm kind of thinking like, hey, can I steal something from these? But probably not, because they've been here for so long.
I'm just picturing you picking up like hilts of swords and them just like crumbling as you pick them up. Like, dang it.
Yeah, she's just
Dang
like,
it, dang it.
dang it, I just want to steal something.
I'll say give me
Anybody.
an investigation check.
If it's anything better than my history, we'll see.
Yeah,
I will.
say.
You know what? I'll give
Alright.
myself guidance. Investigation. Let me add a D4. Oh my god, that's better. I know, right? I'm not so worried about the history. I'm more so wanting to take things. That would
Alrighty, so you got a 17 on the investigation, so did Fenric. The two of you sort of kick around some old bodies. And let's see here. It's not work.
wonder if they have old coins or something. Old money.
Oh, sorry. Was that for the like digging around the bodies?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh, that's fine. I can root around a little bit. Why not?
Join me in my desecrating of dead people.
This seems wise.
I'm not the most holiest of clerics.
Have you no shame?
Of course not. I have zero shame. I have zero shame and all the willingness to steal.
I'm from the zero shame sect of clerics.
Yeah, exactly. Cleric by title, not by act.
Yeah, I played with a DM on a Pathfinder game that would like slap you with punishments and stuff if you played outside your affinity or whatever. I was like,
See, that's usually why I don't even ask people for their alignment, because it's like that can evolve as you grow.
Yeah,
as a
I think if
character.
you're playing a cleric but you're not in any way, shape, or form that good a person, I think that's a flaw that's very fun to have.
right.
So as the two of you sort of kick around some
Indeed.
bodies and old suits of armor, you smear away some mud and you see the face of a woman that looks very well preserved, like she just recently died.
Oh,
And as both of you look down, her eyes open.
uh-oh, boing! Spooky, 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 spooky.
Roll for initiative.
I knew it! Oh my god, it's so scurry! Let me stab it in the face!
Dig around, didn't they?
Oh yeah,
Banshee.
absolutely. Oh, it's
Wakes
a
up.
banshee! Fuck!
And gets a nat 20 on that initiative. Thank Ruby for this encounter.
Ruby, how dare! Just kidding.
Aw.
Am I allowed
was
to-
an 18, but I forgot to click my character.
That's okay. I'll let you keep the 18.
Am I allowed to guidance my initiative? Is that a thing?
It only applies to skill checks.
Damn it. Alright.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's okay. 12 is not terrible.
I'm gonna also add these two in.
Oh my god, there's more! Just kidding.
No, the Jeb and the giant
Oh,
snail.
the Jeb and the... Yes. Run!
The next book that's coming out, Jeb and the Giant Snail.
Jeb and the Giant Snail. A children's tale.
So the banshee goes first. Disturbed by her slumber, she wakes up
Uh-oh.
and... Let's see, what's she gonna do? She is going to... I need Fenric and Fenric and Luna to make a wisdom saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Ooh. Fenric.
Oh yeah, Beacon of Hope also activates. I forgot to mention that.
Oh, then you get advantage on that wisdom save, Fenric.
Hey.
Oh, much better. Thanks, Angel.
As this
You're
banshee's
welcome.
face morphs into a horrific shape, Fenric, for a brief moment, you are frightened of her, but Luna's beacon of hope sort of sheds a light on her, revealing her true form, and you're somewhat no longer afraid. She attempts to do it, but doesn't work. Now she is going to reach out and cast Corrupting Touch on
Ooh.
Luna.
Fuck you.
16 misses, so that will be the end of that.
Ha ha.
But as she wakes up, you feel rumblings in the ground around you.
Right.
Oh, shit.
There's gonna be more. There's gonna be more.
Tattered, broken down armor wakes up from the mud, assembling itself together. It's wielding a rusted sword that, even though it looks flimsy, will still do some damage.
Oh.
Are these undead, perchance?
These... maybe?
Freaky metal boys.
Freaky metal boys are getting up. I don't like.
The first one here is standing next to Luna.
Yes.
He's going to step forward and he's going to make 2 attacks, one towards Del and one towards Luna.
Okay.
Alright. Del does a 8 hit. Don't think
An
so.
8?
And Luna does a 14 hit.
No.
Alright, then you're gonna, both of you are gonna very easily dodge this flimsy suit of armor's attack. You can tell that there is no body within the metal.
Okay.
This next one is gonna move up towards Fenric and make 2 attacks against him. Ooh, one of those will hit. That's a 20, dealing 7 damage to Fenric. Now Fenric's turn.
All right. I am going to. I'm assuming these rocks aren't super large, right?
No, they're like kind of half sunk. Like this is kind of just all flat ground.
Okay. I think I'm just gonna pull out my revolving rifle and we'll take a shot at this guy.
Okay.
Ooh.
13 is going to miss. It deflects off its armor.
Okay. Let's do a lucky roll then.
Okay.
Actually, does that have to be done before
It can be
the
done
roll
after.
takes place? Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I was
you
a
can
little
see that it
unclear on
misses and
that.
be like, okay, let me redo that.
All right. Hey.
Hey, a 26 definitely hits. That's gonna nail this guy right in the face, tearing out huge chunks of armor, doing 16 damage there. Alright, anything else on your turn?
Yeah. You know what? Let's, yeah, let's go ahead and attack twice. I'll just use my extra attack.
Sure.
I'm gonna go pepper box pistol this time.
That's gonna hit. There's some.
Hit me, baby, one more time.
Yeah, I think that works. Alright. Just gonna add that in. Alright, so let's go do 11 damage. This thing is barely holding on. Barely intact as well. The armor is almost peeled away completely. Anything else, Fenric, on your turn?
I think that'll do it for me this time.
Alrighty. This suit of animated armor is going to run up and attack the giant snail and Jeb.
No! Snail and Jeb. Snail and Jeb.
The snail is going to take 8 bludgeoning damage.
No!
Well, the snail.
Not the snail. He's a precious
And
thing.
Jeb is also going to take 8 bludgeoning damage.
No! Jeb! You're sensitive!
I don't know if you can see the ring around him.
He is
Yeah,
he
he's
is
doing
He's not feeling so great.
holding on to a dream.
Jeb.
1 HP in a dream.
Yeah. Jeb is going to run away.
Yes, what have
He
you
does
done,
have
Ruby?
Rabbit hop, and he's going to just basically sprint down this way
Yes.
and
Run.
hide.
Good.
Luna,
Good.
your turn.
Yes. I'm going to do something that I'm not sure that the suits of armor will have an effect on, because I'm not sure if they're undead or not, but I'm going to do something that the Banshee is certainly not going to like. I'm going to channel divinity, turn undead.
Okay.
And hope
Each
that
undead that you can
works.
see or hear within 30 feet of you must make a wisdom saving throw.
Would I also be able to add on to that as a bonus action my insightful striking?
And you're going to... Yeah, I mean, you could do that. Yeah, because the turn undead is
Yeah.
an action. So,
Yeah. So I'm thinking I'll do the bonus action first and then the action.
okay. So,
And have them roll a d6 and subtract the number from the saving throw.
and you have to choose which creature. So, which one do you want to do that to? The Banshee?
The Banshee, yeah.
Alright, sounds good. So, I just need to make some rolls here. Just gonna make a whiz save. Oh yeah, that's gonna fail. The Banshee is now horrifically afraid of you. And is going to, can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of you, can't take reactions.
Nope.
Yeah, it's just gonna keep running away from you. The suits of armor clatter and fall to pieces.
You clatter, and you clatter, and you get a clatter. Everyone clatters. Yeah! Of course I
The
carried
AC.
Ruby.
When it comes to undead, clerics are kind of broken against them.
Yeah, clerics are a whole other level against undead.
It is a very powerful ability, but really only works against undead. So in a situation, yes,
In this
she is-
situation,
she
it's
is
good.
carrying.
In any other situation, it's like, oh, are they
All right,
undead? No?
Anything else on your
Okay.
turn, Luna?
No. I've used
Alrighty.
everything.
Giant snail is going to tuck itself into its shell, giving itself extra armor.
Oh, that's cool.
And Yeah, it has that ability to do so. So now it is
I like that.
protected.
Nice.
Do you think there are snail people that can do that? That'd be really cool.
I've seen homebrew snail races. I've never really tried them out. Especially when you think about if there's giant snails, but then snail people. That's like a goofy Pluto situation. It's kind of
Right.
weird.
It's a little weird, but also at the same time, that's kind of a really cool ability to have.
But
Well, you could,
Del, your
like-
turn.
I wonder if you could like make giant snails just like become what's the word I'm looking for? Intelligent, so to speak. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
sort of. Yeah, I don't know. Same idea.
They're smart enough that they know, like, oh, okay, we'll just be the pack animals.
Sentient,
We're cool
yes.
with that.
Sentient. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, if you had like sentient snails.
Del,
That'd
your
be cool.
turn.
Ooh.
Go off, Dale.
Yes. Oh, I forgot to reset my HP back to normal as well.
Ooh, who we giving Bardic Inspiration to?
Is this not wanting to...
Also, Echo, if you're talking, we can't hear you.
Yes.
That would explain a lot.
Yeah.
I'm like, where did Aiko go?
We're just sitting there, like, we thought you were just coughing or something. We're like, okay.
Nope, I was
Coughing
talking
up
to
a line.
myself.
Oh.
So I'll bardic inspiration Fenric because he's pretty close in the turn order.
Mm-hmm.
And then since I am not within slapping distance of this lovely woman,
Hello, Booger. Booger's like, slap her!
Flap her around.
he wants to resort to violence.
Yes.
And then I'm going to say good luck, and then I'm going to run over and cure wounds this poor fellow.
Ooh, nice. Give me that cure wounds roll. Chip is back to full health.
Hey!
Yay! Jeb, you're so weak.
My turn there.
Jeb, you're a wiener.
Don't
You're a wee rabbit.
I can't eat wieners. I'm a vegetarian.
True.
All right. Anything else on your turn, Del?
No.
All right. The Banshee's turn. Ooh, let's have some fun. Oh, I can't have fun. She has to use her
You
whole action
can't.
to dash.
Yeah, run, bitch, run.
Let's see here. How fast can she move? 40 feet. Alright, so she's gonna be about 30 feet off map. Because that's all she can do is run away as far as she can from Luna. Fenric, she's still within range, but you also see that she's going into like the fog. So if you want to let her just go, you can.
Shoot her ass. Just kidding.
You get a D8.
That's true. You do get a D8. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I figure it's kind of a waste to not have Del's boost. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a shot at her on the way out.
Alrighty.
Hell yeah, do what you do. I have a drink to go get.
Folding rifle. Alright, what is it?
A D8.
D8? Okay.
That is certainly going to hit. And it's not enough to kill her, though.
Well, then, let me just use my... Wait, okay, so is the extra attack just built into the class now?
Yes, so every
Okay,
turn
cool.
you get 2 attacks.
Ah, let's go. Alright, we're going again.
That one with the 15 is going to hit as well.
I had to move around your mic. Ooh, that's
He
cool.
looks very injured, but still hobbling or floating along.
Alright, bitch, time to die. Let's do... Yeah, I'll go ahead and do action surge.
All right.
Ooh.
That's 2 more
go.
attacks you get.
Another 2 more attacks. Let's go! Ayo!
And that fire
Ooh.
attack is what does her in.
Yay!
Describe how you killed the banshee.
Okay.
Oh my god, this drink tastes so good.
I would say, yeah, on the final shot, I just run forward a little bit and have to load another round into the chamber and then spin it, lock it into place, pull back the hammer, and in one fluid motion.
Ah,
Right through the
yeah.
Right through the back
Her
of the head.
body dissipates. And you notice your own shadow. You notice Agatha split off briefly, stretching herself to the banshee and absorbing her in, pulling
Oh.
herself back to you.
Oh.
Agatha,
Yes.
what was that?
Girls gotta eat.
Nom nom, bitches.
All right.
Well, now we know what Agatha eats.
Yeah, right.
So,
Interesting.
Kabam.
as we continue through the swamp,
Yeah.
Jeb continues to lead the way, and I'm gonna say you guys do come across a few bubbles of swamp gas. But with his direction, you're able to easily avoid them.
Can I also give a little bit of a healing to the snail?
Sure thing. If you want to cast Cure Wounds on the snail.
I would love to have some cure wounds, Mr. Snail.
Sure thing. The snail
You
seems very appreciative of the Cure Wounds and looks to be a lot better.
Good. I'm glad. I want nothing but the best for the snail and the rabbit.
So, as you continue forward, you do arrive at the Slanty Tower.
Ooh,
Hey.
slanties.
You see, so this bottom right corner here is going to be blacked off. That's the interior of the tower.
Ah, okay. No worries, no
Don't
worries.
worry about that. But you see all of these brambles and thorns and
Oh, yeah.
very sharp-looking plants grow around the base of this large stone tower.
So starting to feel very Sleeping Beauty, you know?
A little bit very
My thought exactly.
thick Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah.
This
Maybe a little
crumbling stone
bit.
tower
You know?
rises out of the swamp, leaning at an angle that it threatens to keel over.
Oh.
The black brambles surrounding the base of the tower cling to its lower half, and in some ways almost hold it up. You see, near the peak, there is a large woven basket hanging on some rope, and the remnants of a tattered swamp gas balloon.
Ah.
The basket dangles about 30 feet above the surface of the swamp that you guys are standing at. As you approach, you hear a whispered voice come from 30 feet above you.
Oh.
You there? I require assistance.
Oh, he's so French.
Parlez-vous français?
I immediately do not trust.
Immediate
You
hostility.
speak the Queen's language, oh?
Are you Quebecois?
Oui.
I am in a bit of a bind. And you can see from this basket there is a cage made of silver. And inside this cage appears to be a little dragon-like creature.
Aww, it speaks French and it's a dragon.
You said it's 30 feet above us?
Yes.
I can fly up.
I'll mage hand. I'll jangle it.
You'll jangle. Jingle jangle.
Luna, as you fly up, you see this dragon. It's a fairy dragon. You've seen this, or only seen this type
Familiar.
of creatures before. It says,
Yes.
Bonjour, I am Sotelevar.
Oh, you have such nice mustache, sir. I like your mustache.
A violet fairy dragon who speaks common. He wields a tiny sword and is a rather sharp and
Witty fellow.
well dressed but well groomed gentleman.
You could say sharp and witty.
Yeah.
I see no problem with that.
Please,
How, Oh, sorry.
I am one of the Summer Queen's loyal servants. I ask that you free me. I was in the midst of a daring escape from that vile Bavorna Blightstraw. Our balloon was set upon by an ill wind, sent plummeting to its current unfortunate location. My pilot, the Honorable Wigglewog, did not survive. And you can see now that you're flying up to the basket, right?
Yeah.
You see in the basket, there is a body of a grunt, a frog folk, and it seems the impact killed him.
My condolences to your compatriots there. We'll try to figure a way to get you out of there. I can, do I see any locks on the cage?
You do see a lock on the cage.
Okay. I have some thieves' tools.
Okay.
What kind of cleric is this?
Let me do something here. I'm going to reveal this. So this is actually the roof of the tower.
Wonderful.
And what I'll say is you're like basically here.
Yeah, I'll just kind of get up there and... Because I know I can't fly for too long, but...
This is La Cage.
I shall unlock the cage! With guidance!
Keep your voices down.
Oh, okay, sorry.
There are serpents in the
There are
brambles below.
Wow, okay. Serpents
I will
down
say,
below.
Fenric and Dell, give me a perception or investigation check, your choice.
Serpents down below. While they are doing that, can I try to finagle the lock?
You certainly can. Yeah.
I got you.
Oof.
Eish.
Y'all ain't seeing shit. You try to put your thieves' tools into the lock,
Oh.
and they are deflected out as if protected by an enchantment.
Okay, well, that immediately is a little sus.
Monsieur, what kind of lock is this?
This is magical. I did not think that tools could not break in, but we needed the key.
Magical, you say?
Yes.
knock.
She do have knock.
I do. If you use a spell that will wake the serpents.
Not if we slit their throats. No, I'm just kidding.
What
Anyways.
if we burn them?
What if they die?
Well, the brambles are quite wet. The swamp is
Wet.
moist.
Ugh.
It's a
Ugh.
swamp,
Oh, don't say moist. Ugh.
but look, I know where the
Disgusting.
key is. This is where we were going.
Okay. Okay.
We were headed towards a goblin.
You are cutting out for
You are cutting in and out super
We meant
hard.
robotic.
Your camera
no.
is also
bad.
going very bad.
Oh,
Everything. I think your internet is having a moment.
how about now? Am I back?
Moisty boys.
I can hear you, okay?
We can hear you, but your camera's definitely catching up.
Oh, how about now? It's going back to green on everything.
Okay.
Let's
Okay,
see
there we
here,
go.
Let's see here.
I think it's getting better.
Am I back to normal?
Yes.
Yeah, back to the
For the
ordinary.
most,
Alright,
for the
Cool.
most part, you're at least running at about 720.
All right, good enough. So Sortalavar says this goblin has many keys. We're headed to her to find a solution. If you retrieve the key and free me, I can give you many rewards and share what information I know.
Well, I do like rewards. Whereabouts is this goblin?
She is on. What is it here?
Floor below.
No.
Okay.
Not here.
Not here.
Telemi Hill, not too far from here.
Alright.
If you review your map,
I would love to.
Telemi Hill.
Telling me hill?
Telemi Hill.
Oh.
It's right next to the slanty tower.
Oh, that makes sense. The big old
Oh.
lock on top of it.
Yeah, big lock. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Was it the foot mountain?
It's the foot mountain.
It's the foot mountain, yes.
It's the mountain with the foot fetish.
Oh boy.
Only telling me feet mountain.
Alright, well, I reckon that we should pay a little visit to a gobbo or so and announce our presence. What do you guys feel about that?
Well, you're up at the top of the tower, so I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm talking very soft voice. I am talking to, I guess, myself.
How are you? Down there. Nah, you said
No.
not to wake up the serpent.
Yeah, don't wake up the serpents. Alright, I guess we'll figure that out and I'll fly back down and relay all the information to my crew, my posses.
Sounds good.
How exactly do we go about acquiring?
Whole basket with us.
Yes.
Can we?
You wanna just take the cage with you?
Yeah, we could
let's
try.
go back
Yeah, that's
to the
smart.
page and then
Yeah,
we
let's
Tie it
just-
to the snail.
Yeah,
can- yeah.
Good. Yeah.
I'm gonna fly back up. How do you feel about going on a little bit of a field trip?
Oh, that would be good.
We can't get you out of the cage right now, but we can certainly take the cage with us.
That would be excellent.
Alright. I'm gonna start figuring out a way to get the cage down.
Alright, it's not incredibly heavy. So I'll say just roll me an athletics check and you can
Okay.
we'll see how you do with bringing the cage.
Guidance. Ha. Ha. 16.
You manage to bring the cage down off the tower. Kind of like slip the last minute and drop it, and so Telever's like, "Oh,
I'm
careful."
sorry.
no, it's okay. Thank you.
It's a tricky business.
It certainly is." So you head down across the way to Telemi Hill. I'm gonna say, all three of you, roll me another D8, please.
Okay.
For me.
5.
Winning.
Do you want to try a little bit? Quick sip.
Alrighty.
Quite good.
I'd like everyone to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh my god. Not the con save. I'm mediocre. Oh my god, I'm twinning.
And not in the good way.
Not in the good way.
As you're traversing through the swamp, there is a burst of swamp gas from below, and all of you are hit. Now, that being said, Zell,
Sploosh.
you're fine. You manage to resist its effects. But Fenric and Luna, I need both of you to roll me another D8, please.
Oh my god, are we gonna get high off of the fumes?
Oh boy.
Ah, those are two very opposing rolls.
Yeah, which one of those is the worst of the two?
we got the nat A and the nat 1.
A foul taste fills your mouth. And for the next hour, everything you eat or drink tastes terrible.
Uh-oh.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
When Jeb sees that this is happening, you're like sort of coughing and spitting, you're like, oh, everything in your mouth tastes awful. He hands you a slug. He says, try this.
Ew.
Slug?
Slimy.
Mm.
Gross.
All right.
You've eaten a slug once in your life as a dare when you were a child. It tasted horrific. This slug tastes like a ripe cherry.
How? How is that even possible for this to taste like that?
Is
It's the gas. Sometimes we huff those ones for fun and then convince people we can eat slugs.
Why y'all huffing? That's
We're all
gross.
bored.
And I eat the rest of the slug.
Oh!
He like finds you some more slugs. He'll give you like a little handful of like 5 slugs. It's like to keep you through the hour.
Luna looks
Okay.
visibly concerned.
Luna, yours is a little bit worse.
Oh
For the next hour, every word that comes out of your mouth is absolute gibberish.
no! Oh no.
However, this does not impede your ability to cast spells that have verbal components.
For the next how long?
Hour.
Okay, I'm on it.
All right, well, I'll never understand a single thing Luna says again. Everything is going to be unicorn. Unicorn.
Iskliba Kepuntenka.
Yeah, she's singing like Simlish.
Yeah.
Arish Shabagadu.
So,
I'm gonna look over at Jeb and gas.
yeah.
Lovely.
Skibber.
Sometimes I wonder if my
Oh,
kids
luckily.
that one for fun.
Hang on, I gotta look up Simlish phrases. One sec. Sulu. Oh no, sorry. Sul. Nubu.
Iske uye aderle.
Oh, Phoebe lay.
你在说什么话啊？好奇怪哎。
Lalo. Dag.
I could just imagine Luna walking behind the whole thing, just testing different words to see if any of them work, and all of them sound like absolute nonsense. Like,
Oh yeah,
trust
no,
me,
she's
it's gonna be all
absolutely
of them.
testing every single word right now, and it is not going well.
It's like that. It's like that one. Like I don't know if it's a disease or just a syndrome where like after your stroke, you can't
Yabba
speak
dabba doo.
properly. Like in your head. It
Oh,
makes
yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
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 I actually think I welcome this. I'm learning a new language of gibberish.
I don't welcome this. Please shut up.
Please do not make any more attempts for the next hour.
Oh god. So good though, so good. Hold up, where'd my page go? There it is. Ubaga.
All right. So anyway, what are we doing over here?
So this is Ptolemy Hill. You see a small hut at the top of this hill. And as you approach this hill, you do notice that the trees sort of shift and move in a way that seems very quick. Too fast for a tree, at least. And they sort of converge closer around you.
Svadish.
Not entirely convinced these are trees.
Has it been an hour?
The trees are actually rather pleasant looking. They have sweet smelling fruit and silvery green moss on their sides. You can see them sort of swaying in the breeze, almost encouraging you to come closer. As you get close, though, you do hear a collection of voices. They're low and rumbling. What brings you to the hill? And they sort of
Spurk?
echo.
The hill. We're here in order to solicit the goblin who lives here for potentially finding a key for our friend who's found himself locked in a cage here.
Give me an insight check.
Spurk. All of us, or just?
Just Fenric.
Okay.
You look around and you realize, oh, the voices are coming from the trees. It says, we welcome you with hospitality. And they sort of spread and open up a direct path towards this little hut.
Well, thank you for your generosity. Trees. Alright, I guess I'll walk for... Did we have the cage? Was Luna carrying the cage, or was...
Luna's carrying the cage, yeah. She
Okay.
would have
Okay.
had to go fetch it.
I'm gonna walk up to Luna and say, in your current state, it might be best for me to consult with the goblin, see if we can find a key for our friend here.
I can see the trees and follow after him.
Litzergam! And I'll hand over the cage to Fenric.
Thank you. Alright, so I'll walk up to the cabin here. Are there any doors that I can see around it?
You do, yes. So, there's a door right at the front. And you knock on the door, and the little goblin opens the door, and she says, oh, hello. Welcome. How can Jingle Jangle brighten your day?
Sul.
Good day. Sorry, who was talking?
The jingle jangle with all the
Oh.
keys.
That's a
My
lot of
god,
keys.
that's a lot of keys!
She's very
So many keys!
Miss Jangle, my name is Fenric, and I'm here with a friend who has found himself locked inside what would seemingly be a magical cage of sorts, as we've already attempted to unlock it to no avail. We hope that you might be able to assist us in that manner. Would you have a key that might happen to fit in this lock?
Ah. She looks over the cage and Sir Talavar and is like, oh, got yourself in a little bit of trouble, eh? Jingle Jangle does have keys for you. Let me see. Well, better in your hands than in the hands of those long-eared... Oh, oops. And she sees Jeb behind you guys. Come inside. And she leads
Okay.
you into
Kabuna?
her little abode.
There, it'll be okay, Luna.
As Della pulls duct tape out of her purse, like, it'll be okay.
It'll be caged. Shh!
Breathe in this cloth.
Oh my god. Does it smell like chloroform?
Tell me, what do you smell?
Does it smell like chloroform to you?
I've been down this road once before, I swear.
So Jingle Jangle invites you all in and asks, so, in exchange, what do you have to offer Jingle Jangle for the key?
Which way's the entrance? This way's the entrance.
Let me see if I can find something that translates in Simlish.
Luna, just write. We'll figure it out from there. Just
When I write, do I write in gibberish too, or is it fine?
writes backwards.
It's fine. Your writing is
Okay.
fine.
Okay. I'm gonna write "This is cool," which comes out as "Whipna Chabadog."
Shabba dog?
Well, I could play you a song. If you fancy that.
No, about that. 1 second. Wait, I have a sign for this.
Not a fan of music, I take it.
Jingle Jangle, what sort of things strike your fancy? Are you in need of
Well-
resources? Are you a collector of sorts?
I like keys, so if you have keys, I would gladly exchange one key for another. But if you have a tasty snack or
I can
a
make
thirst
you one.
quench. Oh. Let me find the key. Jingle Jangle goes, sort of looks, digs around, and you hear coming from the bedroom a honk. And Jingle Jangle looks and is like, uh-oh. No. Don't eat the keys!
Oh.
Oh dear.
Did you say honk?
He said honk.
Honk.
Something's honking.
Okay.
As a goose steps out, waddles out.
Oh, it's a goose.
And Jingle Jangle looks at her goose and is like, this might take longer than we thought. Jingle Jangle, apologize. We need to. And she sort of taps the goose a bit and tries to get it to throw up or shake it around a little bit.
You want me to butcher it?
No, this is Jingle Jangle's friend.
Oh.
It's just not the nicest sometimes. You can thank poison for the goose. But I'll say give me a medicine check.
For the goose?
Mhm.
Okay. Oh,
Wait, did
You
I
can
move?
tell the
My thing didn't move. Oh, yeah, there we go. Never mind.
yeah.
I'm a goose specialist.
You can tell the goose has clearly swallowed something and is not having a good time. It's like every few minutes it goes.
Oh dear.
He went sideways.
Is there a way that I could maybe make the goose throw up?
You can certainly try. Do you have anything in your inventory you want to try to use, or anything you want to look around for things that you could try to use?
I'll look around.
Okay. Give me an investigation check. You do find Jingle Jangle's got quite a few herbs and spices and ingredients. One thing in particular, you find a large crate of garlic and another large crate of black truffle. There is also some dried peppers, spicy like cayenne peppers, and the usual salt, salt, pepper, etc.
Walla walla bing bang.
What can I make into? Okay, so. Is it just stuck in the goose's? Is it just stuck in the goose's throat?
It seems that way, yeah, or like near the bottom of the throat.
Okay. I'm going to cast Speak with Animals,
Okay.
and then I'm going to tell the goose, I'm sorry, but I may have to reach down your throat.
Oh.
You hear the goose speak back. Like to see you fucking try, bitch.
Oh my
These are
god.
assholes, man.
They are assholes. Did I tell you about the geese or the goose that tried to chase one of my coworkers into their car?
Oh, no.
Oh,
They're
God.
dicks.
And then I'm going to go over here and I'm going to make a horrible concoction.
Uh-oh.
Ooh. I'll
out
say
of
give me
lobster blood and a little bit of everything, but a lot of pepper in particular.
Oh god.
I won't even make you roll for it. You have the chef feat, right?
I do.
You're
She
good.
do.
All right.
She making it.
Do you want to try to force feed this to the goose?
Yes, I will grapple the goose if I have to.
This
I
goose
will
is gonna
say
get food poisoning.
Make me an athletics check.
I could help with that as well. Like, try to hold
Yeah,
the goose while
Sure
she...
thing.
May I cast
very
guidance?
Yes, and as you cast guidance, you start speaking normally again.
Thank God.
Oh.
Oh my God. Common again.
Oh, Luna, welcome back to the land of common.
Thank you.
All right, so both of you, please roll me a athletics check, please.
That was
Athletics check or animal handling?
Athletics. 'Cause
Okay.
This is more
Animal is
pinning
not
something
being
down.
Gotcha.
He's not a willing participant.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
18 and 10, that's good. So, Fenric is holding down the goose body. Dell's got the neck and mouth sort of wedged open, and you're just pouring that concoction in. And the goose is sputtering and eventually it vomits out this small silver key covered in bile and stomach
Ew.
acids and whatever that leftovers of that concoction. And Jinga Jinga's like, "Oh, thank you so much. Say thank you, goose." And then the goose just says, "Fuck you both."
You're
And
welcome.
waddles back into the room.
Can I, like, middle finger, maybe two? The goose?
It's just Dell that hears this because she can't speak with animals.
I know, but
Yeah,
I still
I'll
want to
hear
just
the
do this to the
You
goose.
just hear very angry honk honk.
I don't like geese.
I'm going to call it something very mean and Sylvan.
Ooh, I understand Sylvan, I think. Do I speak Sylvan?
You do.
I do.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure I do. I do! This is true. I do. Hee hee hee.
Oh my god. Twinsies?
Oh my god, twinning!
So,
Oh,
you're given the silver key, which does fit in Sir Talivar's cage there. Freeing him. Says, "Ah, mon ami. Thank you for the assistance there, and please take this." And he takes off his sword and hands it to, to the three of you, whoever wants to take it. It is a tiny sword, but it is magical in nature. Based on your size, it would be the equivalent of a +1 dagger.
Oh. Cute. I'll let Dell take a hold of this. She's the one that really got the cage open, so.
agreed. Well done, Del.
Yes.
So, as
makes
promised
good-
as well, I will share any information that you need. What would you like to know?
Do you have any food allergies?
I do not know.
You said that you were engaged in a fight with one of the hags, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the Blightstraw. She captured me and took me hostage. But I was able to flee myself. Well, escape with the help of my deceased companions there.
Hmm.
Was that a fight that you were participating in on your own, or am I to assume that there is someone perhaps that sent you on that journey?
Yes, I was sent by the Queen herself, Titania, to investigate Blismir and to see what has happened to Zabina.
Titania sent you.
Yes,
Interesting.
we.
I am quite familiar with her. So then, you're not from around here.
No, I am not.
Hmm.
But I can share some information about Bavrona Blightstraw. She lives in a cottage on stilts, the heart of Downfall. It is a bullywug settlement. They are frog and toad-like people.
I'm gonna pull out
Bullywugs
them.
are-
Oh, sorry.
go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm gonna pull out the map for him to kind of mark if he'd like to
Sure. Yeah,
give us an idea of location.
sure thing. Downfall is located to the north, right here.
Oh. Do you happen to have any
information on the Moongraves at all?
Her sister? Well, all I remember is she hates both of them. Now, she also needs both of them. You see, the
Right.
three hags are using an artifact called Igwilv's Cauldron. And this is what they are using to trap Zabina in her castle.
I see, I
They have
see.
frozen her in place.
Okay.
And he sort of describes what Igwilv's Cauldron looks like, but doesn't really know what it does or how it works. But this is the best description he gives.
Ah,
Detailed description.
interesting.
Now, Pavlorna, she can conjure minions that look like tiny versions of herself. So be careful if you see small, ugly hags running around.
Right. And do you happen to know the location of the Moongrave one?
I believe she is in Yong, which is the land to the west, which is shrouded by the fog.
Right. Alright, so she's deep in there. Got you.
Are you the only one that the Queen sent in order to accomplish this task?
I am. It is faster for me to travel alone than with a crew or party. At this point, Jingle Jangle speaks up. Says, "So, are you all looking to take down the Hourglass Coven?"
Well, we're here to rescue our friends who seemingly have
We
come
are.
under duress because of the coven. So it seems like
Yes.
the two fates are intertwined.
Well, I don't particularly like them, but I'm safe up here because of the trees. I can't say that for most people in this land. And Jingle Jangle sort of twiddles her thumbs, and you can see she's got a weapon that's basically a bunch of locks attached to a stick. And she's like, oh, I would love to take a swipe at them. Look, if you want help with the hags, and if you need to get around hither and find a way out of here, I want to look for my old friend Clapperclaw. He's a scarecrow. He knows his way around, and I've seen him go into thither and back, so at least he knows how to leave this place. Should be able
Makes
to find him
sense.
around Downfall.
Alright. Could certainly do something about that. Is there anything we should be wary of on the way there? Any places we should avoid?
Oh, watch out for Agden Longscarf and his Harangon brigands. He's, well, they work for Blightstraw, and they're not particularly fond of outsiders.
Right.
But at the same time, they don't seem too happy with Blightstraw either, so who knows? And you've got the same story from Jeb about
Right.
Agden Longscarf and the plights of the Harangons.
We'll bear that in mind. Thank you for the information and helping us out here.
Of course.
If there's anything that you'd like us to do in return, I guess we can try to figure something out, but I mean, we're already
You've
on.
cooked me a delicious meal, and she's enjoying the soup that Del has cooked. Just
Aw.
it's, quite delicious, and you're welcome back anytime. At this point, Sir Televar sort of stands, says, "Thank you for the meal. This has given me the energy to travel back to the Summer Court. I will report this to Titania and see what can be done about these hags."
That would be good. Can you also, let her know that, I'm here as well?
To who are you in particular?
Oh, yes, Luna. Mariluna.
No.
Golding.
Oh. I will put that in my report. I will take all of your names, if that's okay.
Sure.
I'm alright. I've got a thing with Faye knowing my name. It's not really, bad experiences.
Oh, okay.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Fenric.
Writes jots things down on his little pad of paper he's got, and he starts to head out. He says, well, thank you, my friends. May our paths cross again.
Best of luck to you.
Flies away.
Au revoir.
Alright, well, crew, I think, should we head on out?
Yes, I haven't heard anything or seen anything that would deter us from meeting with Jeb's boss, so perhaps we should head that direction.
I think that's a good idea.
All right.
Was next on our list anyways, so.
Would I have had 1 hour of work?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Then we have 3 good treats for the road.
Yay!
Nice.
Hooray!
Food!
We lack food.
Which will give any creature who eats it temporary hit points equal to 3.
Ooh.
Nice.
Alrighty. Excellent. So, I need you guys all to give me a perception check.
Indeed I shall.
Oh, hello.
Promise nothing.
I promise nothing as well. Oh, okay. No, I see how it is. That's fine. That's fine.
Fenric, this building is sort of underground. But during the conversation and during the meal, you do notice shifting in movement. At first, you thought maybe it's the trees. But as you step out above, you get the feeling that you're not alone. You see Jeb sitting on the giant snail, and he looks quite nervous. And the 3 of you, stepping out from behind this tree, is a Harangon with a bright blue scarf. And as he steps out, he does a quick and several more Harangon appear from behind the trees. He says, so, you're the folk who've been causing trouble around my lands, eh? He does a little bow, says, Agden Longscarf. Pleasure to meet you fine folk.
Pleasure's all ours.
Now
The
then,
pleasure's all yours.
Yes. Yes.
tell me, why
My
should
God,
I not
Frodo.
kill you here where I stand? And we're gonna end our session there.
Oh my god.
And we'll be back with the confrontation with Agden Longscarf.
Negotiations.
Thank you
dang it.
guys for playing. Now,
I
today's
knew I should have
session,
left somebody to keep an eye on Jeb.
Thirsty, drink.
Uh-huh.
Water, drink. Wake
Oh,
up,
thank you. That was
drink.
fun.
Hoku says, sip, sip, everyone.
Work out, drink.
Get your
Sweat
drinks
off,
in.
drink.
Get your
Oh,
drinks
great.
in.
Drink.
All
Drink
right.
on.
Thank you, Hoku.